This is an amazing story, not made up at all, and Bobby, your manager, could even tell people this. Is it true Michael Bay, the director, called you in for a meeting to be part of Transformers 2, the movie?
Yes.
Yeah. And
you had a meeting with Michael Bay?
Robin,
right.
Honest to God, Beat did. Wait, where's Bobby? He'll tell this story. Let Bobby tell this story.
Because I would love to have been in that
Well,
meeting.
if you want to, it's up to you. If you want to.
Yeah.
If you want me to bring him in, I'll bring him in.
I mean, just for a second so he can tell the story about Michael Bay.
Okay.
Bobby, tell us the story about Michael Bay. What happened with Beetlejuice when he met the famous director?
Well, we got a phone call from the casting director.
Go ahead.
Transformers 2. And
Did you fuck Megan Fox, Beat?
Who?
Megan Fox, the girl on the Transformers?
Oh, I probably did. Maybe while he wasn't even looking.
All right.
Maybe he was in the bathroom somewhere.
Tell me what. Good for you.
Maybe you couldn't find us.
Can you read that back to me, Laura, please?
It was something secret you never can find.
Especially what he just said right there. What'd he say?
Maybe he couldn't find us. He was in the bathroom. It was something sacred.
Ah, sacred. Okay. Bobby, what happened when Beat met the great director,
yes,
Michael Bay?
So we got a phone call from.
How long ago are we talking?
This is, I guess, whenever Transformers 2, I guess about 2-3 years ago.
Yeah, get close to that mic. Go ahead.
Yeah. So they, she says that Michael Bay's a big fan, and he's thinking about using Beetle's voice.
Wow.
For one of the characters. So, you know, would it be okay if we came and met him at Princeton University?
So Beat was, why was Beat at, he was shooting at Princeton University.
Shooting at Princeton, yeah, and he wanted
I was
us to
like,
come
all
down.
of this is wrong. Beetle at a university.
Beat, I love that you were at Princeton University. The kids must have gone nuts over there.
Oh,
right?
yeah, they probably did. Yeah,
It's a great,
they probably went crazy.
That's a great academic institution, isn't it?
His alma mater.
Yeah. Did you, in fact, go to Princeton?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
When did you graduate?
I graduated in 1981.
Good for you. Bobby,
84.
you finished college?
Philly College, and then I still went.
All right. So Michael Bay says, come meet us over at Princeton University.
So
right.
we get there. They put us in a room, and Michael Bay pulls up in a golf cart, and he's got a laptop with him.
Get close to that microphone. I don't want to miss a word.
He has
of it.
a laptop with him, and he gets out. And he says, "Hey, Beat, man, I'm a big fan. Great to meet you. I love your voice. I want you to see something." He opens up the laptop, and he has a character of Beetlejuice with of one of the robots with Beetlejuice's voice.
Right.
So he says, "Come check this out." And Beat, he's in one of his moods, so right away it's not. So he goes, "Check this out, man. I'm a big fan." He goes, "Yeah, good for you." Beetle says to him.
Wow.
Good for you. He goes, "Yeah, I want you to see this. You know, you got a great voice. I love your voice. Check this. Yeah, that ain't got nothing to do with me, pal."
Right.
So then Beat looks at
Beat, why were you so angry with Michael Bay? I mean, what set you off about this guy character?
Well, I asked him if he wants to do it, but he didn't want to do it. So I said, "Well, I put my voice in for nothing." I said, "Why you just get me in? Why you just leave? Why you leave and then you don't want to put me in?" I said, "Well, I'll take your movie and I'll put your fucking voice on it." And then I took his shit.
Excuse me for 1 minute, Beat.
Yeah.
Laura, can you read that back to me, please?
Well, I asked him if he wants to do it, but he didn't want to do it. So I said, I bring my boys in for something. Why you just get me in? Why you just leave? Why you leaving? Why you didn't want to put me in? I said, well, I take your movie and I put your fucking balls on it.
Boy, you're a good stenographer. Man, she
Yeah,
captured everything. Why in court they can't use a tape recorder? I don't know, but how many keys you got on that little machine?
I'm not even sure. I think there's 22.
22 keys, and you got all that?
Yep.
God bless you. You're a genius. Two geniuses, Beetlejuice and you, Laura. Let's get back to the story. Michael Bay walks in. He's got the computer. Beat's there for the meeting. Michael Bay, famous director's thinking of using Beat's voice in the movie. Go ahead.
Yeah. So then he goes, "Beat, I love your voice." He goes, and he turns to another guy. He goes, "Tell this guy to shut up." So Beat turns to him and goes, "Yeah, fuck him."
Was Michael Bay testing Beat in a way to see if he could be workable for the voice character?
Yeah, apparently, because we never got called back.
Yeah, so Michael Bay left with his laptop, and that was the end of it.
Yes.
Beat, that would have been a great job for you.
Know why I did it? Because he was an asshole.
Was he an asshole?
Yeah.
I've heard that. Were you so disappointed,
He was
Bobby?
acting like a tough guy, so I took him out and said, "Well, Yeah, I said, well, your little buddy over there want to act like a little tough guy. So I took him out and I laid his ass out.
You know what I love about you, and I'll say this till the day I die, Beat. You are not a show business phony. You go in there. You don't care how big the director is. You don't care who it is. If you think the guy's an asshole, you will tell him.
I told him to his face.
Right. And you knew there were millions of dollars on the line, and you still did that.
Yeah, and I did it anyway. And I told the guy, I said, hey, why you trying to act like a fucking tough guy? So I next day he came back and he act like a nice guy.
Right.
Then all of a sudden, he brought his boys in, act like a little fucking tough guy. So I took his friend and I knocked him the fuck out.
Anybody want to hear Laura repeat that?
Yes.
All right, Laura, what did he just say?
Yeah, and I did it, and I told the guy, I said, hey, why are you trying to act like a fucking tough guy? So next day he came back and act like the nice guy. He poured his poison out like a fucking, and I knocked him the fuck out. He mumbled. I didn't get the part.
Wow, good for you. That's pretty
thank
good,
goodness
Beat.
you're not getting it all.
She did, it's like you're Moses. Everything you say, she puts in stone. I got to tell you, you need to keep her with you. Beat, so Bobby, when something like this goes, you were probably dreaming of a really great gig for Beat. Did you explain to him ahead of time just how important Michael Bay was?
Yes. I told him, this guy loves you. He's a great guy. He's good. We know him from years ago. And
You try to prepare him? Wow.
When Beetle is in these moods, does he just wake up that way?
The Beat, some days you just wake up on the wrong side of the bed. Am I correct?
Oh, when I wake up beside the bed, when I want to hit somebody, I would.
Yeah, yeah. Do you just get angry sometimes? You just like, fuck the world?
Hey, when you got to do it, you got to do it.
What do you think your anger is all about? I mean, do you just say, hey, you know, people, I just don't like people or something?
Well, I ain't sound like people, but, you know, he tried to act like a tough guy in front of his friends.
Yeah.
So I took him out, so I knocked him out.
All right. So what's going on now with Beat? He's
That's the end of it.
Bobby, he's living with you?
no, he's living with his mom in Georgia. He's just up with me, you know, for a couple months.
I see. So in other words, his mom released him to work?
Yeah.
I see.
Actually, just a visit, and in the meantime, we booked a few things, so.
Is Beat a difficult house guest when you have him over, or is he pretty much easy?
Somewhat.
Is difficult, yeah? What's the hardest part of having Beat as a house guest?
No, he's fine. He's fine.
Do you wish
he's giving me that eye. He's fine.
Do you wish he could have Beat full time? Because I'm sure he could generate a lot of money. Do you ever say to his mom, "Look, let me just have Beat full time at the house"?
No.
You don't say that. No.
Oh, he said it to me a couple of times.
Yeah, Beat. Would
He's
you?
lying,
Where
huh,
would you
Beat?
prefer living? Would you prefer living with Bobby or with your mom?
I can live with my moms, and it don't make a difference.
She treats you right?
Oh, my mom treats me okay.
Do you ever fight with your mom? Do you ever say, "Hey, look, back off"?
I never fight with my mom.
Do you ever just say to her, "Hey, I'm a grown man. I need my space"?
Oh no! I have my own space in my own room.
You
but
do?
I don't say anything. But
can you
my mom
drink
be there,
and
but
smoke?
I don't say anything.
Robin
you
asked,
drink and
yeah.
smoke
Can
at
you drink
home?
and smoke? Can you have pussy in your
Shit.
excuse me, Laura, but can you have women over in your room and stuff at your mom's house?
Not when she's not there.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, you're sneaking girls in?
Oh, a couple of times.
Can you smoke in front of your mom, or does she don't
Oh,
allow it?
yeah.
Oh yeah. You can drink too?
I can drink too.
Wow.
Oh, she's a pretty liberal mom.
Right.
Oh, my mother can't tell me nothing. I'm a grown man. I can do anything I want.
Right. Well, is
No
Beetle
wonder
a
you don't
tough?
I'm a
mind
grown
living
man. I
in
do what the fuck I want to do.
When Beetle says he's a grown man, do what he wants to do. He's right. Bobby, how do you control that situation? I mean,
He's fine. He disappears once in a while. He'll just get up and the movie theater is about a half a mile away. He'll just walk to the movie theater.
I just get my head
watch a
straight.
movie.
That's about it all.
hold on. Michael Bay is on the phone, the director. Let me see what he says. Mr. Bay, hello.
Who the fuck are you?
Hey. Easy does it.
What the fuck? Are you God?
Well, listen, he didn't want to do the movie. He said you were a chump.
Who gives a shit if I'm in your good... Who the fuck are you that I have to be in your good graces?
Know what? Go fuck yourself, you little piece of shit.
Right.
I come in there, I'll murder your motherfucking ass, boy.
I'll suck this.
Ooh.
I'll fucking murder you so hard, boy. You'll be dead in a week, boy.
Holy shit. You couldn't fucking headline a shoebox.
Yeah, I'll stomp your little stupid ass.
You guys were...
Give a shit about being in your...
Yeah, I'll dump your ass in the fucking grave robber and leave your ass
But
there,
Pete,
boy.
the guy wanted to give you work, and now he's acting like a douche.
He's
This
a
guy.
fucking douchebag.
Yeah. Mr. Bay.
I'll fucking murder his ass.
Shit.
What?
Fucking 2 minutes.
Tell the fucking truth.
Hey, he is. Hey, well, let me handle
I'll
this.
fucking murder your ass in 2 weeks, boy.
Beat's my friend. Don't you talk that way.
See, they're all fucking liars.
I'm a fucking liar?
Me?
I'm a fucking liar?
I think he called me.
Look at you. You're a fucking douchebag.
Yeah,
I'll
douchebag.
fucking murder your ass in 2 weeks, boy.
Yeah,
I'm
asshole.
done with you guys.
All right, goodbye.
Yeah, I'm done with you,
We're done
you
with
piece
you.
of shit.
We're done with you.
I'm done with you, you piece of garbage.
You can't fucking do
Yeah,
it.
look at your place, you piece of garbage.
Well, then fuck you.
Yeah,
If you
go
don't-
fuck your sister too and fuck all your whole
Yeah,
family.
your sister.
Your whole fucking family, you fat.
Beat, I love.
You little bitch.
Yeah.
Why don't you come fight me then, you little faggot?
I'll suck this.
I'll beat the shit out you little. I'll stomp your ass.
He's not.
All right, enough with this guy. Hey, Beat, I love when you and me team up against these guys.
Oh, they ain't nothing but pussies.
He was saying bad shit about me.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I
He
told
gonna
him
say
all.
it in my face, but he won't say it to you though.
Thanks for sticking up for me. I mean it. Thank you. All right. So, let me get this right, Bobby. He turns down Transformers 2, right? Beat takes a meeting,
yes.
and even though he's at Princeton and he's there with Michael Bay, it's just he just doesn't want anything to do. Disaster.
Yeah.
Did you call up Mr. Bay afterwards and say,
Yeah,
Mr.
did you
Bay,
apologize?
please?
It was like one of those, don't call me, I'll call you.
I see. How much money do you think could have been in it
I
for
probably
Beetle?
flushed about $250,000 down the toilet that day.
I don't care about the money. The money ain't no but garbage.
Right. Well, what are you gonna do?
You got the right attitude, Beetle.
Yeah. Well, I'm just sad because that could have set up Beetle, a college fund for Beetle, would have been, and his children. Yeah. Beat, you're the best. Let me see what let me ask you about some of these things that Beat's up to, okay? Because you got a laundry list of things you're doing here. I guess you're in for a couple of months, and Beetle will work for a couple of months, and then for the rest of the year he's off.
Yeah.
I see. That's how it
Wow,
works.
nice way
Yeah.
to live, Beetle.
Way to go, Beetle.
Yeah.
Yeah. And how's the room over at Bobby's house?
Oh, it's pretty good.
Yeah. Oh, how's the food over at Bobby's house?
Oh, it's great.
He feeds
It's
you? Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah.
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 Well, it says here, celebrate St. Patrick's Day with Beetlejuice at the Draft House in Long Branch, New Jersey. Right? That's a big gig. It's not a Michael Bay movie, but okay. Don't miss Beat at the Ronnie Munn Jamaican Getaway in
What?
Jamaica. Another thing I'm thrilled with. That'll be the Ronnie Munn block party at the Hard Rock Cafe in Boston. I guess, Beat, you're now in with Ronnie. You're part of that whole scene.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm surprised you don't yell at him.
Nah,
Ronnie, you
Ronnie's
like-
all right.
Ronnie?
You like Ronnie?
Ronnie's all right. He's a good person.
Yeah, he acts nice to you. He's
Yeah,
not,
he's a good driver.
yeah, he's not like
Michael Bay
is
must
he?
have messed up terribly.
Oh yeah. Don't even mention that guy. He gets drunken in class like the last time.
You know, Michael Bay, like you mentioned that to you, and you go berserk.
Oh yeah. Last time he crashed, he was drunk. He almost killed us in that damn truck. The goddamn car.
Laura, can you read that back to me? I missed that.
Me and Sean drove with him, went down and nigga ran to a damn tree.
I didn't get that.
You didn't get that.
I didn't get that.
And you call yourself a stenographer?
He's mumbling. I didn't get that.
All right. I'll let you
What a
off on
fucking
that.
start he was.
Exactly. You say Ronnie's a good driver. Does he drive you, in fact?
Oh, he drives. He's real good.
Yeah, so in other words, when you do these gigs, he'll drive you. and-
Yeah.
Okay. And Bobby, do you go on these the gigs with Beetle? Will you be in the cruise and all that?
No, I'm going to have to talk to Ronnie. I didn't know Ronnie was bringing him around.
No, me and Ronnie we always get the good gigs. Me and
Right.
Ronnie, we always
Yeah.
go to the good places.
Yeah. I can't believe it. Ronnie's a whole player now, you know? Used
Me
to
and
be,
Ronnie go to the good places.
used to be a driver. Now all of a sudden he's a big
Right.
shot.
Right.
All right. See Beetlejuice at Fight Night at the Birchwood Manor in Whippany, New Jersey. Now, what goes on there?
Oh, I got a lot of fighters.
What's he going to be doing there, Bobby?
Well, he's an advisor to several professional fighters, so he's going to be leading some of his guys to the ring.
Is that true?
Yes.
I didn't know that. So you're part of the boxing match, and you actually stand with the fighters,
That's right.
and you'll tell them what to do.
That's right.
Right.
You're in their corner.
Yeah.
That's right.
Good for you. Is boxing too dangerous? They're talking about boxing might be too dangerous. That it can lead to concussion.
Brain damage.
Brain damage. Do you worry about brain damage?
Me? Nah.
That's what I thought. Follow Beat on Twitter at BeetlePimp. Why is your name BeetlePimp on Twitter?
Oh, I don't know. They just put it on there. I don't know.
Beetlejuice was taken.
What happened, Bobby? Was Beetlejuice taken?
Yeah,
It was.
yeah,
Okay.
about 50 times.
I see. All right, BeetlePimp. I follow you, BeetlePimp. It's fabulous when you tweet. Thanks to also Veritex for providing the court stenographer today. I got to say, Laura, you're very good. You missed a couple of times.
I didn't miss. He was mumbling.
He was mumbling.
Mumbling.
See, if you were a judge,
No, I
you'd
wasn't
said,
mumbling.
"Could you
I
make
was
that
doing
more
it right.
clear?"
Give up, Robin. Trying to get a word in is impossible. Now, Beetle, when you walked in, you were dressed as the Pope, and you were holding a Beetlejuice head. What's going on with the Beetlejuice head? Because it's fantastic.
Well, the Peter head that's for you.
Thank you.
I bought in for you.
Is that something that you sell?
No, that's
This is fabulous.
when he in
This
the
the
movie.
one I did the head with.
Let me see. Hold it up, Beat.
What's going on here?
Hold
This
it.
for
Look
you.
at Robin. You got to see this thing. This
I
is a
see it.
head
The
of
head.
Beetlejuice.
This is just the head.
Who made this? This is
Looks
fabulous.
so
This was
It
real.
in
looks
the movie,
amazing, but it's
Girls
just for
Gone
you,
Dead.
though.
The Girls Gone Dead movie that he did with Sal.
Wow, Beetle. Do you believe you look like that?
It looks just like me.
Yeah.
I got it for you because you're a great man.
I got to tell you, I love it. Thank you so much. This is an actual head. Take a picture and put this right up on howardstern.com. This is unbelievable. Take
what
a picture
happened
of
to
that.
Beetle in that movie?
Did you get your head cut off in the movie?
Yes, dear.
Yeah.
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
That's for you.
This
Did
is
you
a,
enjoy doing that movie, Beetle?
Oh, yes.
yeah, but the Transformers he couldn't do. This one, he
Forget
did.
about the Transformers, honey.
Right. Wow, this is fantastic. Woman on the phone says she loves you, Beat. Let's talk to her. Her name is Howietta.
Here's
Howie-
the cover for you, Kyle.
Oh, thank you.
So you don't.
Yeah, you don't want to mess up
If
your
you don't
head.
mind, I'm going to keep this in the studio, like right here, to be on TV every day, you know?
Okay.
I love it. Here's Howietta. Let's talk to her. Howietta, good morning and welcome to Beetlejuice.
Hey,
Hi.
yeah, you want to meet me in the back alley?
This girl is coming on to you, Beat. Tell us more.
Hi, do you have any scumbags?
Wow.
Beetle, are you going to talk to her?
This is one of your...
They ain't no girl. Who's he trying to fool?
Yeah, I'm gonna take
Yeah,
my
guy who's trying to fool
clothes off.
somebody. Who you think I'm stupid?
Are you a girl?
Right.
Honey, what do you want to say to Beat?
What time you get off work?
The hell is this? That's
some
fucking.
girl.
Who the hell is trying to play that shit off?
Honey,
Can't
look at-
fool nobody.
Yeah, you're not fooling anybody, honey.
Yeah, you want to meet me in the back alley?
Must be stupid.
Well, Beat, it's been a pleasure. Beetle Pope, if I may. Beat dressed up as a Pope was brilliant. Bobby, did you dream that up?
No, that was him.
That was Beetle came up with that. Good for you, Beat. Fabulous stuff. Anything you want to say to my audience before you leave? Any words of wisdom? Anything you've
I
learned?
ain't got nothing to say about it.
No
words
wisdom.
no wisdom whatsoever, right?
No.
All right. Well, Beat, I love you. Don't ever change, as they say.
I would never do.
The one and only Beetlejuice, ladies and gentlemen, and his manager, Bobby, who, for about a couple of months, he can take Beat and put him out on the road, and then he sends him back home. You're not kidding. And I want to thank you, Laura, right?
Yes.
Laura, thank you.
welcome.
You did an excellent job.
Thank you.
There was almost an impossible job you did.
She did a really good job at an impossible job.
Yes. And now, Laura, read the whole segment. Everything Beetle said. All right, Bobby, anything else you want to say about
No,
Beetle
we're
and his
good.
fans? You want to say anything?
No, follow
Everybody
Beetle
good?
at Beetle Pimp.
At Beetlepimp. At Beetlepimp.
Beetlepimp.com.
Okay, Beat. All right.
Go
Well,
look for that for another week.
all right. By the way, there was one instrument I didn't. Beetle also plays harmonica. This is from a.
Really?
This is I recorded Beetle. Listen to this.
Yep.
Fabulous.
You remember playing that, Beetle?
Oh, yeah.
All right, we're going to be back with Jenny McCarthy. You know her. She's a beautiful woman. Beautiful blonde.
Might want to hit on her when you go
Yeah.
out.
You might want to meet her on the way out, if you know what I mean, Beat.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you'll like her. And we'll be back right after
I'll probably
these.
hit that, too.
Yeah, I bet you
Oh.
will. Don't get too sexed up. She's a big star.
Oh, she know I hit it.
I know.
We'll have to ask her about that when she gets there.
Hey, you got a cold, Beat? You sound like you got a little congestion. Do you?
yeah, a little bit.
A little bit, yeah.
A little bit.
You still smoking?
Nah, not really.
No, you couldn't.
Once in a while, but not much.
All right, good for you. And the great Beetlejuice at Beetle Pimp. All right, and thank you again to Veritex for sending over Laura Sabino. We'll be back right after these words.
Great subject.
Awesome, bro.
Thanks.
Hey, thanks, Pete. You're the best.
Did awesome today, man.
Oh, next week I got a couple of things me you talk about.
Okay.
We're gonna have I gotta take you out to lunch or something.
All right. Wonderful.
We'll check
I love
out.
you.
Go to a restaurant or something.
I would love you.
I got a band out, maybe.
Best of luck for everything. Say hi to your mom for me, too.
Thank you, Pete.
I would definitely do that.
All right, Pete. Later.
Do TV with you now.
Definitely, I might be driving the car now, you know.
I know. I'll see you, Pete.
All right, Hal. You're a cool man.
Your Holiness, Pope Beetle. Could I see you with your hat on again?
No, thank you, Dick. I did it because he was an asshole.
Was he an asshole?
Yeah.
I've heard that. Were you so disappointed,
he was
Bobby?
acting like a tough guy, so I took him out and said, well, your little buddy over there want to act like a little tough guy. So I took him out and I laid his ass out.
You know what I love about you, and I'll say this till the day I die, Beat. You are not a show business phony. You go in there, you don't care how big the director is, you don't care who it is. If you think the guy's an asshole, you will tell him.
I told him to his face.
Right. And you knew there were millions of dollars on the line, and you still did that.
Yeah, and I did it anyway. And I told the guy, I said, hey, why you trying to act like a fucking tough guy? So I next day he came back and he act like a nice guy.
Right.
Then all of a sudden, he brought his boys in, act like a little fucking tough guy. So I took his friend and I knocked him the fuck out.
Anybody want to hear Laura repeat that?
Yes.
All right, Laura, what did he just say?
Yeah, and I did it, and I told the guy, I said, hey, why are you trying to act like a fucking tough guy? So next day he came back and act like the nice guy. He poured his poison out like a fucking, and I knocked him the fuck out. He mumbled. I didn't get the part.
Wow, good for you. That's pretty
thank
good,
goodness
B.
you're not getting it all.
It's like you're Moses. Everything you say, she puts in stone. I got to tell you, you need to keep her with you. Beat. So, Bobby, when something like this goes, you were probably dreaming of a really great gig for Beat. Did you explain to him ahead of time just how important Michael Bay was?
Yes.
I'm angry with Michael Bay. I mean, what set you off about this guy character?
Well, I asked him if he wants to do it, but he didn't want to do it. So I said, well, I put my boys in for nothing. I said, why you just get me in? Why you just leave? Why you leave and then you don't want to put me in? I said, well, I'll take your movie and I'll put your fucking boss on it. And then I took his shit.
Excuse me for 1 minute, Beat.
Yeah.
Laura, can you read that back to me, please?
Well, I asked him if he wants to do it, but he didn't want to do it. So I said, I bring my boys in for something. Why you just get me in? Why you just leave? Why you leaving? Why you didn't want to put me in? I said, well, I take your movie and I put your fucking boss on it.
Boy, you're a good stenographer. Man, she
Yeah,
captured everything. Why in court they can't use a
don't even know
tape
what
recorder? I don't know, but
people
how many keys you got on that little machine?
I'm not even sure. I think there's 22.
22 keys, and you got all that?
Yep.
God bless you. You're a genius. Two geniuses, Beetlejuice and you, Laura. Let's get back to the story. Michael Bay walks in. He's got the computer. Beat's there for the meeting. Michael Bay, famous director's thinking of using Beat's voice in the movie. Go ahead.
Yeah, so then he goes, Beat, I love your voice. He goes, and he turns to another guy. He goes, tell this guy to shut up. So Beat turns to him and goes, yeah, fuck him.
Was Michael Bay testing Beat in a way to see if he could be workable for the voice character?
Yeah, apparently, because we never got called back.
Yeah, so Michael Bay left with his laptop, and that was the end of it.
Yes.
Beat, that would have been a great job for you.
No,
This is an amazing story. Not made up at all, and Bobby, your manager, could even tell people this. Is it true Michael Bay, the director, called you in for a meeting to be part of Transformers 2, the movie?
yes.
Yeah. And
You had a meeting with Michael Bay?
Robin,
Right.
honest to God, Beat did. Where's Bobby? He'll tell this story. Let Bobby tell this
Because
story.
I would love to have been in that
Well,
meeting.
if you want to, it's up to you. If you want to,
Yeah.
if you want me to bring him in, I'll bring him in.
I mean, just
That's
for a
up to
second,
you.
so he can tell the story about Michael Bay.
Okay.
Bobby, tell us the story about Michael Bay. What happened with Beetlejuice when he met the famous director?
Well, we got a phone call from the casting director.
Go ahead.
Transformers 2. And
Did you fuck Megan Fox, Beat?
Who?
Megan Fox, the girl on the Transformers?
Oh, I probably did. Maybe while he wasn't even looking.
All right.
Maybe he was in the bathroom somewhere.
Tell me what. Good for you.
Maybe you couldn't find us.
Can you read that back to me, Laura, please?
It was something secret you never can find.
Especially what he just said right there. What'd he say?
Maybe he couldn't find us. He was in the bathroom. It was something sacred.
Ah, sacred. Okay. Bobby, what happened when Beat met the great director,
Yes.
Michael Bay?
So we got a phone call from.
How long ago are we talking?
This is, I guess, whenever Transformers 2, I guess about 2-3 years ago.
Yeah, get close to that mic. Go ahead.
Yeah, so she says that Michael Bay's a big fan, and he's thinking about using Beetle's voice. And this guy loves you. He's a great guy. He's good. We know him from years ago. And
you try to prepare him. Wow.
When Beetle is in these moods, does he just wake up that way?
The Beat, some days you just wake up on the wrong side of the bed. Am I correct?
Oh, when I wake up beside the bed, when I want to hit somebody, I would.
Yeah, yeah. Do you just get angry sometimes? You just like, fuck the world?
Hey, when you got to do it, you got to do it.
What do you think your anger is all about? I mean, do you just say, hey, people, I just don't like people or something?
Well, I ain't sound like people, but, he tried to act like a tough guy in front of his friends.
Yeah.
So I took him out and I knocked him out.
All right. So what's going on now with Beat?
That's the end of it.
Bobby, he's living with you?
no, he's living with his mom in Georgia. He's just up with me, for a couple months.
I see. So in other words, his mom released him to work?
Yeah.
I see.
Actually, just a visit, and in the meantime, we booked a few things, so.
Is Beat a difficult house guest when you have him over, or is he pretty much easy?
Somewhat.
He's difficult, yeah? What's the hardest part of having Beat as a house guest?
No, he's fine. He's fine.
Do you wish
he's giving me that eye. He's fine.
Do you wish you could have Beat full time? Because I'm sure he could generate a lot of money. Do you ever say to his mom, "Look, let me just have Beat full time at the house"?
No.
You don't say that. No.
Oh, he said it to me a couple of times.
Yeah, Beat.
He's lying.
Where would you prefer living? Would you prefer living with Bobby or with your mom?
I can live with my moms, and it don't make a difference.
She treats you right?
Oh, my mom treats me okay.
Do you ever? Wow.
For one of the characters, so would it be okay if we came and met him at Princeton University?
So Beat was. Why was Beat at? He was shooting at Princeton University.
He was shooting at Princeton, yeah, and he wanted.
I was like, all of this is wrong. Beetle at a university.
Beat, I love that you were at Princeton University. The kids must have gone nuts over there.
Oh
right?
yeah, they probably did. Yeah, they probably went crazy.
That's a great academic institution, isn't it?
His alma mater.
Yeah. Did you in fact go to Princeton?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
When did you graduate?
I graduated in 1981.
Good for you. Bobby,
84.
you finished college?
Philly College, and then I still went.
All right. So Michael Bay says, come meet us over at Princeton University.
So
right.
we get there. They put us in a room, and Michael Bay pulls up in a golf cart, and he's got a laptop with him.
Get close to that microphone. I don't want to miss a word.
He has
of it.
a laptop with him, and he gets out. And he says, "Hey, Beat, man, I'm a big fan. Great to meet you. I love your voice. I want you to see something." He opens up the laptop, and he has a character of Beetlejuice with of one of the robots with Beetlejuice's voice.
Right.
So he says, "Come check this out." And Beat, he's in one of his moods, so right away it's not. So he goes, "Check this out, man. I'm a big fan." He goes, "Yeah, good for you." Beetle says to him.
Wow.
Good for you. He goes, "Yeah, I want you to see this. You got a great voice. I love your voice. Check it. Yeah, that ain't got nothing to do with me, pal."
Right.
So then Beat looks at
Beat. Why were you
on him?
Yeah,
phone was breaking. You had to take the battery out and reboot the phone.
My DJ's on the phone with Verizon. Give us a few minutes.
Can you hear me now?
So
and all day long they just are waiting for me to
what would be a
them.
typical device that a DJ or a sound guy would use? Not his phone.
A laptop.
A laptop.
Yeah,
something.
CD player.
Right.
Turntables.
Nobody
something?
uses CD players anymore.
You make enough money. Get
Nobody
a
uses a phone, Scott.
How many? Well, I mean, what can you do from your phone?
I do what I have to do, what
everything.
I need to do. I do everything. I play music. I play whatever I need to play. I could do exactly. I have a mixer on the phone.
You know what he doesn't do, Howard? He doesn't turn his ringer off on his phone.
That's right.
I called it in the middle of the show. They were doing a big dance contest on stage, and I wonder if his phone will work if I call it. I'm so bored,
Right.
So I call the phone. Sure enough, the music stops, dead stop,
Right.
and you hear, and he has like the old phone ring, so it's ringing through the PA
So
system.
professional.
Yeah, really.
And what does he do? A professional DJ? He picks it up.
Right.
He answers it.
This must be important.
The phone rang. I had to pick it up.
Something very urgent.
And I go, "Scott, turn off your ringer, you idiot!" And he's turning around yelling at Scott. And it's just chaos.
What a horrible show.
Oh, it's the greatest
It's going
show
to be the
ever.
most unprofessional, worst
It
show
is, but
ever.
Everybody loved it.
And
Everyone
we
loves
sold out both
Yeah, they
shows,
love it
man.
because you guys are retarded.
Well, well,
Whatever.
I mean, come on.
that's what we do.
We'll take it.
Hey, Howard.
Crazy, yeah.
And Scott chooses the music, so there's a room full of 30 to 40-year-old guys. He chooses Cher, Do You Believe in Love?
Well, why would I do
Well,
that,
Ronnie likes
douchebag?
that.
That's for Ronnie. Hey, listen up,
Hey,
asshole.
dude, you were the first one to walk up probably to take a picture with us, too.
I love you, Ronnie. I really do. I appreciate dinner and everything.
This is Ronnie. This is Martin, that guy Martin who almost died coming up to our green room. This
Oh,
guy
my
Martin
God.
is
Yeah,
like
the guy who went to
400
the big guy.
pounds.
Yeah, the guy who went to the hamburger place with us?
Yeah. You follow the fat guy to hamburger
So when
place.
you go to one of your shows, it's like the audience becomes part of your family. They go to buy hamburgers with you afterwards.
Oh, my God. We came back to the hotel.
You know, you guys remind me of like country stars because the country stars used to let them come to your house. Like
Yeah, they
Dolly
have that
Parton.
open house thing.
Dolly Parton, right in her backyard, had a fucking Adventureland type setup.
We hang out with everyone.
Dolly would.
No.
What about Ronnie would?
We hang out.
We hang out with everyone. This guy, I've never seen a guy,
What do you mean?
the first one out the door in everything.
Right.
We land in JFK. We're in the back of the
We're
plane.
26, row 26.
Scott's in the aisle, jacket on, bag on his shoulder. He's ready to get out of.
And the roller suitcase in
And
the
the roller
aisle.
And where is he in a rush to get to?
Nowhere.
Right,
No-
he has to wait for you guys.
The show ends. Everybody goes, "Where's Scott?" Where's
Right.
it? He's back in his room, relaxing. He goes, "We hang out with everybody.
Yeah.
You hang out with nobody."
Yeah.
Now, who do you hang out with?
You go out with Shuli. Everything is a joke, though, you know.
Right.
They take me to a gay bar after the show.
I'm glad I missed that.
Ronnie's drunk. All these fans are in the lobby. He's like, "We're going drinking," and our promoter Sequoia goes, "Listen, I have a gay bar set up. It's around the corner. We're taking him to a gay bar." And like 40 people were in on it. No one said a word.
Ronnie, when did you realize it was gay?
When I walked in,
Some guy banged
some
me.
guy tried to kiss me.
Wow.
I walked
Did
with
you guys tape that?
Dude,
Oh, yeah.
We had to have.
Is that going to be on Howard TV?
Well, no, Howard TV never came.
They didn't go?
No.
They never came to this
in
one.
Portland, some guy tried to kiss me at the show.
Right.
They threw him out of the place.
Right. All right.
Well, that's your sexual power, Ronnie. Goes
Ronnie.
both ways.
Yeah, okay.
I will say
He
this.
loves meeting guys and girls.
He brought up these girls. He's asking girls to come up on stage to do Hot Chick of the Night. So this one girl stands up. She's like 6 foot tall, huge tits. And her boyfriend, you can see, he grabs her arm. He's like, "Hey, don't go up there." And it's not like Ronnie's saying, "We're going to give you money." He just asked for people to come up. The woman keeps going up. The boyfriend stands up right before the stage. He puts his arm on her. He says, "If you go up there, I'm fucking leaving."
Right.
He left.
This is how powerful he is. She looks at him. She goes, "Bye," and walks up on stage.
And then she took her top off?
Well, no, they did
She
some.
didn't have to because her top was like 90% open.
She was wearing
She
like
had
a
one of
dinner
those
napkin.
tops with the hole in the front.
What a shock that a chick who goes out in a dinner napkin wants attention.
And how about the chicks wanting to sign your boobs?
Yeah, there's chicks asking to sign boobs.
I was
and-
drawing funny faces on her nipples and shit. It was really fun.
Wow, Ronnie got power over
I
women,
tell
doesn't he?
you.
Wait till you hear him at the AVN Awards. You'll see. I'll play that for you later. All right, boys.
We got.
Let's see what you got.
What do you have? Oh, little Steven's here?
Yeah.
All right, so I'll take a break, and then we'll go talk
We're
to
going to be in
Little
Hartford and Stanford. Ronnie Block.
Ronnie won't be.
Ronnie won't
What did
be,
he
but
just
this-
say?
The
Ronnie
Ronnie
will be
Block
with
party will
Howard.
be in Hartford and Stanford.
See how articulate he is? Wait till he hits the stage.
He's
Yeah, really.
awful at
It's even
everything.
better.
So who's going to be at the Ronnie Block party in Hartford?
JD is hosting.
JD's hosting?
JD is filling in for Ronnie.
Oh, you're kidding.
Everybody, let's have a great time.
He didn't want to do it, but I convinced him.
You convinced him to do it. Yeah.
He's doing me a favor.
I've never offered somebody this amount of money and seen him so miserable about doing a gig.
How much does he get paid for that? A lot of
He's
money.
getting a
right?
good amount. He's getting a very
couple of
good
grand?
amount. Yeah.
Wow.
And he didn't want to do it.
No, he's doing it, but I mean, you know,
he didn't
JD,
want it.
he's-
He didn't want to do it.
That's crazy.
he said as a friend he'll
He's
help
really
me out.
anxious about the appearance. That's what I'm hearing.
And I told him, I said, "Dude, you don't have to tell jokes or just be you. Just go up there and be you." And
Yeah. Are
He
you freaking
he
out?
doesn't know we got other plans from afterwards too.
What are you going to do with him?
For other gigs.
Oh, I see. Well,
We're
hey,
going to force him to make money.
JD.
I'm not.
I understand why you're nervous.
I do too.
I mean, you don't go up in front of crowds.
Yeah,
Neither do Ronnie and Scott.
But
They're
Ronnie,
more fun.
Ronnie's so out of it. He thinks he's got something going on.
But yeah, they love it. They look to do this.
And
I'm
Scott's so money hungry that he knows he has nothing going on, but he'll go up there anyway and just stare at the audience.
You have no idea.
Yeah.
like I'm not gonna do a hot chick.
But JD has enough self-awareness to know that he's a
He
complete
shouldn't be
fucking.
up there.
He shouldn't be up there. But the problem is, there's a lot of money involved.
I
Like,
you know.
do you have any kind of game plan for when you hit the stage in Hartford?
I mean, there's a couple little things. I'm not going to do like a stand-up act or anything.
What are you going to do?
There's a story that I've never told about that I'll probably tell.
Home run already.
Well, it involves forget it. And
Exactly.
It involves what?
It's a road story with Artie.
You're going to tell Artie's
yes.
story.
Well, no, it doesn't have Artie in it, but
Right.
it's
Something about maybe when you were in Vegas and Artie got you laid?
no, it involves a girl though. But
See, Howard, the explanation of this story, 10 minutes eaten up right there.
Right. Yeah, but you know he's going to hit the stage and he's going to rush through this story because he's going to be nervous.
Nobody will know what
You know,
he
I
said.
told him, I said, look.
It's going to sound like this. There was one time, remember on the air, I said I was going to tell a story. Okay, well, I was with Artie. We were with Artie in Vegas.
And then Artie. And then Shuli. Have a good night.
I'll forget it. It's just going to be horrible.
Tip your waiters and waitresses.
So you're going to tell that story. How long is that story?
I don't know.
Do it like Bill Cosby. Let it drone on for hours.
I'm really.
Then I went to the dentist, and the dentist was, oh my God, he's coming at me with a needle.
And then I went to karate school.
JT, just get ready for all the pranks, okay?
I'm not going to prank him. It's fun pranking you guys.
Of course not. No, you ain't
So
gonna
what are you
prank
going to
him.
do? You're going to tell that story. How long does that last? Have you figured out how long that'll last?
No, I haven't really done it. I sort of just wrote it down, a little bit.
Yeah.
And that's really it. Intro people. I'm just worried of disappointing because, like, Ronnie's a maniac, and I'm afraid people are going to come.
So what do you try to yell like Ronnie? Go,
I can. Yeah. I mean, that's about it.
Do that. Yeah.
Let's go fuck some horse.
Wait a minute. Didn't I changed my whole routine this weekend. Right or wrong?
No, you did.
I got up there, I started telling, like, Black Cloud stories, all that kind of bullshit.
So you were talking like a stand-up more. Yeah, okay.
It's very versatile. But then I get into my routine a little bit.
But then when he goes to introduce a comic, he's like, I don't know who this guy is. I think he's funny.
I didn't say that.
I swear you did. I swear. I'm not lying. You did.
That makes a comic feel real good.
Oh, yeah.
Way to sell it.
And jump in that hole I just dug for you.
Who did I say that about?
JD, why don't you just recite like a Chris...
liar.
Why don't you recite a Chris Rock bit?
I thought about that, but no, I can't. I'm
Do
not.
that whole thing, books are like kryptonite.
No, I'm not a stand-up.
Books are like criminal into black people.
Books are like
so you put inside the book and never find it. Here's another comedian Bison.
Wow.
Hello, Hartford. Oh, this is Stanford. Hello, Stanford.
I told him, I said, don't put any pressure on yourself. I'm not looking for you to eat
Too
up
late.
a bunch of time.
I already put pressure on myself.
But I said, just be a traffic cop up there. Just move the show along. We got plenty of comics. We'll eat up the time, and it'll be a good job.
Yeah.
That's all I
Tell
plan.
the story about with Artie.
Well, it involves a girl, but
a girl, and the girl, and she had big titty.
And then he called her, and then she came to room, and I blew my load, and I chased her out.
But I didn't. I blew my load on the sheets.
And I watched TV, and then I jerked off my T-shirt, and then I left the T-shirt.
You see this?
Yeah.
This is how it is at the show.
And then Scott just stares.
It's like
Scott contributes nothing.
We just got a glimpse of the show.
What do you?
It's like Howard.
Why does that?
I'm just letting the action flow here. I don't want to interrupt anybody.
You don't want to interrupt the action.
No. This is good stuff. Why would I?
This is what.
Why would I want to
on.
get in the middle of this?
Right.
It's like Ronnie and a totem
So
pole
why
on
do you bring
stage.
Scott? I mean, seriously.
I'm not supposed to say a lot. I
like
play
a totem
ringing
pole.
effects. That's what I do.
Scott's like a human totem pole. All right, look.
You hit it on the head.
I got to get ready for little Steven.
Yeah, we got to stop this.
JD, you think you'll get laid at the show? There's always a hot chick who's going to want to bang you.
We'll see.
When they see you on stage, they're going to see you in a whole different light.
No, we'll see about
Girls,
that.
I'll meet you after the show.
Meet me by the dumpster.
Scott's good though. He is. He's like an Indian, Indian pole. Whatever you call it.
Cigar store Indian.
Yeah, cigar store.
I'd like to
He
do
has
my
a little
impression.
tear coming out the side of his eye.
But you said weeks ago when you saw the footage from Howard TV, you said you're fascinated with him doing nothing.
Nothing. He just stares. And I'm fascinated, like when we have a problem here at the radio station.
Yeah.
And then everyone's springing into action, and then Scott just stares.
Slow down, Evan.
Or trails behind.
Evan, you're doing too much.
Easy, Evan.
Easy, Evan. You're going to give yourself a heart
Some
attack.
good shit this weekend.
Yeah. He just stands there. And like I can imagine watching the show and just staring at Scott.
I'm staring at him. I'm not even focused on what I need to do. I'm just fixated on Scott.
No, like right now we're talking about him behind his back, but he's staring at him.
You wouldn't even know.
Right.
You wouldn't even know.
Fascinating.
So, Ronnie, it was just your classic saline boob joke mix-up. That's what the crux of
It
this
wasn't
song
my
was.
joke, stupid ass. How many times do I have to tell you?
In general.
It wasn't me.
In general.
It wasn't me, okay? I admitted who it was. It wasn't me.
So it was you.
And during the whole interview, she was texting me, well, why don't you tell him? What's wrong with you? Why don't you tell him? I was just breaking balls, man. I got everybody riled up. Howard's yelling at me, telling me, don't use my show anymore. He's yelling at me, why don't you tell me?
And it was just your classic saline boob joke mix-up.
It wasn't mine.
In general.
It wasn't mine.
All right, as long as you didn't poop a boob, everything's okay.
I didn't poop a boob.
Would you like for Scott to invest in something like a laptop to bring on the road, or do you like the fact that he brings a cell phone? It's added to the comedy.
I will say, forget the comedy. I will say that there's no DJ out there today working like my man Scott.
Cutting edge.
Yes, some would
Cutting
say-
edge material, man. It's just nobody does this.
Right.
I'm the only one.
Well, there's a reason why nobody does it, and that's because most DJs can't get phone calls in the middle of their sets
Right.
on their turntables or laptops.
I'm a very important person. I need to keep my phone on at all times. So.
And I love when he has to reboot his phone. He's got to take the battery out and shit.
You never heard of rebooting a computer either, I guess. I mean, those.
Yeah, of course.
Those
But
crash
it just looks funny to take a battery out of a phone in the middle of a gig to reboot
It
it.
wasn't the middle of a gig. It was before we started.
I know, but it was just before the show started, and then you were
This
panicking.
is what it's like on a flight, in the car, in the van, and they wonder
Scott, why not
I take
prepare more?
pictures of their heads.
Panic,
and
man.
tweet
You
it
got to
out.
see him.
I was busy bowling.
I can't. My phone froze, and he's like panicking, and he's ripping the battery out and putting it back in. And
He's blowing on it like it's a Nintendo game.
Ronnie, why not bring a laptop? Why is he being? Do you think he's being lazy?
no, man, that's not my problem. I only host a show. I don't give a shit.
And that about sums up.
My man is graduated. He is in show business.
Angie goes, we're gonna be there when Eric hosts the show, and he goes, host? He doesn't host. Maybe co-host.
I'll roll his ass right off the stage.
Now they're interested. Now they fucking want to come to
Ronnie,
Yeah, you throw him
getting back to what we discussed before.
Yeah.
You came clean. You fessed up. You said.
Well, I was breaking Lieberman's balls.
But you were breaking.
Because I saw him get upset, and the more he got upset, the more I was breaking his balls, and I wouldn't answer.
But then you took it out on me.
I didn't take anything out on you.
You got a little upset with me for asking.
What are you talking about?
You got a little testy with me.
No, because I was busy. We had a guest coming in. It's more important.
Than you?
Than joking around.
What's more important than what? Than
Having
us?
no,
What's
a
more
guest.
important?
A guest coming in.
But your Twitter
Just
account
remember whose
seems
show
to
this
be-
is, not yours. It's Howard Stern's show. All right? Don't keep walking out at me like that.
What?
So I missed it though. So Stephanie tweeted it.
Stephanie tweeted it by mistake. Somehow got in my account, and she was tweeting it. She was in a bar with her friends, and they were talking about implants. Okay, and when they were saying something about when a boob pops, a saline boob pops in your body, it's kind of like when you're dehydrated, you get the chemicals running through your body. So when you pop a boob, I don't know what the hell they were talking about, but that's what they were talking about. A bunch of drunken girls. Okay, that's how that happened.
I'll take my
Because
apology.
the typo made me think it was you because you're known for
Well,
your
I guess
typos.
my girlfriend's as stupid as me.
No, she's articulate from what I can tell.
Why is that
So it
articulate?
surprises me that she would have a typo like that.
Well, she had a few drinks, you know?
That explains.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Few drinks.
I'll take my apology now from you.
What?
Yeah, I want my apology.
I was all over him that he hacked my account.
Yeah, I had to swear on my daughter.
And I still
to
didn't
him,
believe him.
and he
Sorry.
still didn't believe me.
No.
What's that?
No, I still didn't believe him.
What was after that part?
I said, I'm sorry, all right?
Thank you.
Howie.
Hey.
Back again, sir.
Yes, I am.
This time under much different circumstances.
Yes, I'm going to see my co-worker.
How do you feel about that?
I can't tell you how excited I am. Jeez.
Cupcake Wednesday to boot, you know.
It's a diabetic's dream.
It sure is.
How are you?
Hey, nice to see you.
Good to see you again. So I'm just going to head into here.
Sure.
Hi. How you doing? I back in.
So today, are you going to be offering advice? Are you going to be coaching him at all? Or are you
I
just gonna...
think if he wants advice, I could school him.
So today's interview will have a completely different dynamic.
You know, it's his interview. So if he has any questions, or if he is, now that he's on board, I am here and at his beckoning call for whatever information he needs. I'm fascinated, though. I'm fascinated at the fact that he's spending so much time in like wardrobe. I just heard him talking about
John Varvatos and the whole deal. Yeah, he's taking this very seriously.
He really is. I've been doing it for 2 years. I don't know what pants I'll be wearing tomorrow, but he's got a whole wardrobe. I kind of don't. I love that he's so concerned.
He's very professional.
I guess he makes me feel very unprofessional.
Why, you don't plan on wearing any pants at all?
There's a desk.
Yeah, exactly. I'd be in boxers the whole time.
Yeah, be comfortable.
Comfort first.
Yes.
Hey, Howie's here. Howie Mandel, my co-judge on America's Got Talent. We have not hooked up on the phone or talked since I announced that I'm a judge. And Howie's been going around doing some interviews, saying some real nice things about me. So we have a lot to talk about. There he is, my co-judge. Who ever thought that, Howie, who ever thought that we would end up on the same TV show? Working together. It's weird.
It is weird.
Yeah.
I'm excited. Are you excited?
I'm very excited. I mean, we're only like 2 weeks away from taping.
2 weeks away.
Yeah.
I'm fascinated. I've been listening to every moment of you. I love the preparation and the thought that you're putting into this.
Well, first of all, I notice you have a certain look on the show. I see you wear like kind of a jumpsuit, kind of black thing.
Jumpsuit.
You're a good dresser.
A jumpsuit?
Be honest.
I wear a jumpsuit. It's a one piece.
Do you?
No.
Who dresses you? Stop it. You don't.
Katja. Didn't she call you Katja?
No, I don't. I didn't get that opportunity.
Yeah,
Katja.
you did. Who called you?
No one.
There's a wardrobe person.
Is Katja from the show?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Well, they said there's a wardrobe person who, I guess when you do the show, and when we're taping in Los Angeles, for example, they want you to wear the same thing both days.
Right.
So they hold on to your outfit for continuity.
Right.
And then they steam it and stuff, and then they leave it for the next day. That I've been told.
But I love the detail that you're putting into it, because I had no thought. In fact, that's not
me
something...
neither. So,
yes,
but I've got to put thought into it.
I don't believe you.
Well, if I'm going to be on TV, I got to think about what I'm going to wear.
I heard you just saying you were at John Varvatos getting fitted
Yes, because I don't have Katja.
No, you do. Just like I do. She dresses everyone on the show. Here, they actually called me.
I didn't know.
When I signed on to do the show, they called me and they said, do you have a look? Is there something you want in particular? I think you told this story, or Jason told you this story.
Yeah.
And, I don't think about wardrobe and I don't think about anything. So I said, you know what? Honestly, I'll be totally honest with you. Tunics.
Right.
I'm into tunics and kind of a medieval look.
They told me this.
Did they tell you that?
Yeah.
And then she goes, "Are you?" And she doesn't know me, and it's on the phone. And she goes, "Are you serious?" I go, "Yes." With the advent of medieval times and all that, they're coming back.
So you want some chainmail?
Yeah, you wanted Renaissance.
Whatever, and I know you're a wardrobe person, and you'll come up with it. But and she goes, "You serious?" And then it was like just an awkward silence, and then we hung up, and I never, reconnected.
Can I tell you, like 12 of the NBC guys were here. It was nice. They flew in. They wanted to know, they were kind of briefing me on what goes on America's Got Talent and discussing promotion and all this. And I said, gee, what is this wardrobe and blah, blah, blah. And they said, yeah, Howie told them the first year that he wanted Renaissance.
Yeah, I did.
And this poor woman went out.
Yeah.
And literally bought up Renaissance outfits like yes, chainmail.
Oh my!
All this stuff.
That's my thing,
Yeah, you love yanking people's chains
because the Hoff wore a vest and mine was like a tunic.
Well, I was saying we should come up with an America's Got Talent uniform.
But here's the thing:
take out I
don't think about anything. I just.
But you do.
No,
because
you don't show up like this.
Yeah,
I do.
No, he does.
Wait. Let's back up.
Yeah.
Like this? What does that mean?
Well, this is sort of what you wear on the show. It's a little more dressy, but a little dressier.
A lot of times I'll wear my own clothes. She's wonderful. She looks at what I wear, and then at the end of the season, I get the boxes of everything they gave me. And right now, I dress out of a box.
Right, you take whatever clothing they gave you and you wear it.
But
I'm the same way. But no one offered me Katcha.
I promise you're offered.
So
Katcha.
Ralph, who I use for every day here, he's going to
the
help
fact
me.
that you use somebody to dress you for radio.
Well, of course, no. We have a TV show every day. And I go, it's not funny.
I know.
Now listen,
But
you're
I had no thought.
let's clear up a bunch of things.
Okay.
Because we're working together. Now.
Okay.
Now it's no longer it's a work relationship.
I know what you're going to say.
No.
That you don't want me to bother you.
Yeah. Now look, I know with Piers. And it's funny to me that you put a soda machine in front of his door and he couldn't get out of his door and all that. But honestly, if you fuck with me, I'm going to kill you. I don't mean like beat you up. I mean, I'll kill you.
Here's my weakness. Can I tell you what my weakness is?
Right.
If I hear that you have a weakness, or that something really irks you, that's it's like water flowing downhill.
But it's kind of a draw because I'm the same way. Because I will take my hands, put them in shit, and cover your whole body with it because you're a germphobe. I will ruin you. I will go to war with you.
Like I said, I hear you're concerned about lighting. Were you concerned about the lighting? How they were going to light you?
I said to them, I said, listen to me. I pulled the executives in, right? I said, look, you see this face? I said, who's your audience? They said, women 35 to 49. I said, well, good choice. I'm choosing me. I'm a real turn-on to women. I said, you better take a fucking camera, put it on the moon, and shoot me from there because you can't get the camera far enough away from this face. Number
one. But you know I'm bringing lights to work.
Good. Bring lights.
No, to aim at you.
Well, go ahead. Aim the fucking lights. And I'm bringing germs. I'm going to rub all over you. You'll be showering for months.
Here's the beauty. Can I just tell you something?
I'm very excited to work with you.
And I'm excited to work with you. Here is the beauty of this show, for me. And I think that you should have the same attitude that I have.
Go ahead.
This is the one job that exists that is not a job.
Right. I don't view this as a job.
You know, people don't know, and I know, that what you do here and you sit and talk, this takes a huge team and hours of preparation and you work at it and you know how this conversation is going to flow and you know where you want to take it and what you want to do. And
it requires effort.
The beauty of America's Got Talent and any of these other things, it's not, I can't believe, and I said it, when I got the job, I used to sit at home in my underpants on the couch doing exactly what they're paying me to do.
Right. You would judge.
I don't think about it.
Right.
I don't think about what they're going to dress me in. I don't think about what I'm going to see. And I am so thrilled to just sit there.
Well, they told me, because I said to them, what are the real hours? Because I've been frantic about it. Because I get up early.
Yeah.
And I get tired because I'm used to getting up at 4 in the morning. Like the day we tape, we don't start till 11.
Right.
So, you know, they said some days it's like 11, 12 hours.
Yeah.
So I said, what's the delay? They said, well, some of it is we have to do setups. But they also said Howie loves being there. And Howie will sit there and he will, drag this thing out.
No, it's a 4-hour day, and because I'm there, it's 12?
Yes.
No, they didn't say that.
So listen.
They did not say that.
Yeah, they kind of did.
No, they did.
They blamed it on you.
Here's the actual truth. I'm going to tell you about the schedule.
All right.
The schedule is, and I absolutely love it, and I don't know why you wouldn't
love it. They said you love being there so much that you barely want to go home.
I do love being there.
Right. But let's go home at some point and be fresh for the next day. Don't listen.
But you know what? If you're tired,
I'm going to lock you in your dressing room.
If you're tired and you can't focus, then tell the act. You know, I'll be totally honest with you. It might have been good. I dozed off.
Once my adrenaline starts going, I'm there. Now, I don't know about you, but the one thing I do take seriously about this job, I really want to find real talent.
Hey, and do you think my goal is
Sometimes
different?
I think you do put through people. I thought you were this season. I thought you put through people for peers to irk him.
You want to hear my theory?
Yeah.
And I think we have the same theory, except you don't know until you sit there how it's done. Here is my theory.
Okay.
I love America's Got Talent because it is so much more than just a singing and dancing competition.
I agree.
I am tired of singing and dancing, and you could do that someplace else.
I agree.
Plus, I believe that. And I'm not taking anything away from anybody who is a phenomenal musical talent.
Right.
But I would love to see somebody, as you said, somebody else beyond a singer win this contest.
Agree. I'd like to see a magician. If you're talking about a true great Vegas act, those guys make a fortune in Vegas.
Well, here's the truth.
Okay.
Let me say, it's whoever. You know, a magician for me, I am not a huge fan of magic, but I am a fan of performance.
Right.
So if somebody figures out a way to do the 3 tricks that exist,
right,
you know,
and do it in a new way, like Copperfield was really good at that. He's flouncing around on the stage, right?
Flouncing.
Yes.
Yes. So, but if somebody can flounce with finesse,
exactly,
then we put
Agreed.
them through. So now here's the thing. Many times there will be a cavalcade of singer after singer after singer, no better than anybody you see on a cruise or in a Ramada Inn.
Agreed.
But the audience there thinks they're great because they're from the hometown. People think they're great, and then I'll see an Eric, the actor.
Right.
You know.
Right.
And I will say, and somebody like Piers will say, well, that's not a talent.
Right.
And I'll say, I will rather come and listen to Eric. And now that I know that he does accents and voices.
You would rather listen to Eric than some mediocre singer.
And the truth be told, your whole career.
But wait a second. It is the Tiny Tim factor. Like if Tiny Tim came on America's Got Talent, Piers would have voted him off. And possibly you would have and Sharon would have. But he went on to be a huge star because he was a freak and he was so interesting.
But Tiny Tim and your Whack Pack here, and you know, there's so many other
let's
characters.
Be real. Let's figure out now as judges, because at this point it's you and me.
Okay.
We can outvote Sharon.
You're going to be a united front.
Let's unite. Let's decide right now on this show.
Right.
What our criteria is going to be, because I think it's confused over there.
I think you're overthinking.
Are we looking for the next big superstar act that can that would take you away from the gambling tables in Vegas, that would be as good as Howie Mandel in Vegas, someone who would be compelling and great and really sell tickets, or are we looking for something like a freak show, you know?
But let me just say something. A freak show, you know, and they're not in the same category, but if you look at what the Blue Man Group was doing, you know.
But Blue Man Group was a fully realized show.
Well, you know, when they started in a little club in a basement here in New York,
right.
They were, you know, 3-4 guys who were covered in blue paint, and they were banging on pipes, and you know.
So explain to me why you put through those chipmunk-looking characters,
the funny little people.
The funny little people. They were not.
Well,
listen, that was no different than what you'd see in Disneyland.
Well,
so they put in a costume and they jumped up and down.
Okay.
You did that to Irk Pierce. That wasn't right.
No. Yes.
Right.
And no. Yes and no.
Right.
Here's the thing.
You can't have yes and no. Howard.
I can have both.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Yes and no, because in that particular day, I believe that I would rather bring them forward. If I bring them forward, somebody else doesn't go forward. It fills the spot. I have a better chance of not getting another singer. I believe with those funny little people,
yes,
that I could create. I believe I can create.
But it's up to them to create.
A Vegas show. No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it isn't.
It's not up to you creating. It's what they've got to present to you on the stage.
But you realize that our team there, once they go through the audition process, there's a lot of production people and production value, you know.
Right.
So if you look, I want to give you a better example.
Okay.
You hated the guy 2 years ago. There was this kid that did a kite. That flew a kite.
Terrible.
Why is that terrible?
Because I wouldn't pay 10 cents. Okay,
I don't believe you wouldn't.
Here's the criteria. I'm going to ask you this when we're taping the show.
Okay.
If we disagree on something.
Right.
I'm going to say to you, hey, Howie, put up your own money and bankroll this act. You wouldn't do it. You would not bankroll the kid with the kite.
You want to make?
And you're a guy who produces television shows, and you've got a big career.
Let me tell you something. I disagree with you. If you take the guy with the kite,
go ahead,
and in Las Vegas, and this
you
guy
make him part of a show.
No.
Oh.
But he's the headlining show. He has these kites, and you have lasers, and you have great music.
He didn't have
and
lasers.
You have but that's what it could become for a Vegas show.
You can't say what it becomes. He should have brought on lasers then.
No, but I am more apt to go see this musical kite-flying laser show in Vegas than I would to go see some
singer.
Guy standing there with a guitar who I have no idea who he is.
But are you saying you're going to be biased against people who come to sing? No. You're going to, if you see somebody great, you will put them through.
Right.
Here's what I was talking to Simon Cowell the other night. We had a 45-minute discussion about this.
Right.
And he said, you know, take it from the guy who's supposedly the expert at judging, but he said, if you get influenced by the audience sitting there and you put through these mediocre acts, you'll never get rid of them because America starts to vote for them and they feel sorry for them. You can't.
I don't like when they have a story. I don't like when people are voting on a story.
The guy who won last year had such a story. He was a car wash guy.
Yeah.
To me, he was a novelty act. I don't think he should have won.
Well, here's the thing.
Go ahead.
My take on last year and my favorite act was Illuminate.
I agree.
But that's who I kept saying.
I know you did.
But by the same token, when you're sitting in the room and you see this guy, and when he came out and he was, before they put him in suits and everything,
Yeah,
and I
right.
wasn't expecting, this Frank Sinatra, this crooner kind of voice.
Right.
And I saw that the women liked him. I saw they liked the sound of his voice. Beyond the story, I see why he got as far as he got. And, when you look at Michael Bublé and you look at Harry Connick, they've had, like, big Vegas.
See, I can't stand that crap. That Harry Connick, Michael Bublé.
But I'm not asking you if you can stand it, and they're not asking you if you can stand it.
And I don't think Vegas can stand it. And isn't the criteria whether or not the guy could be a big Vegas act? That's the criteria.
And you're telling me Michael Bublé can't be a big Vegas
Michael
act?
Bublé can. He's done it, but I don't think there's room for 20 Michael Bublés.
Is there room for one more?
Well, I felt it was like such a novelty that a black guy was singing Frank Sinatra, that it was a novelty act. It wasn't really a true great Vegas act. And I met the guy. He's a lovely guy. I'm glad he won just because he got a bunch of money and he was working in a car wash and now he can support his family. But I want a superstar out of this. We've got to get a superstar.
Well, the truth is, America's Got Talent has launched superstars.
We've got the ventriloquist guy who supposedly has $100 million.
No, but I'm saying even if they didn't win, that exposure, you look at
Jackie Ivanko. Okay.
Who
else?
The guy you're talking about is Terry Fader.
Okay.
Who's got a $100 million contract.
What does that mean, a $100 million contract?
That he gets, he gets, if the place is sold out each and every night at full price seating.
Right.
Then he would probably stand over 5 years to make $100 million.
Do you think I'll become the guy who's the voice of reason, sort of like Piers? Because you and Sharon,
leader.
Yeah, you and Sharon seem to always sort of team up with each other.
I don't think that's true. I think I'm a voice of reason.
I think I am. I think you were more the voice of reason the first season, and then the second season, you started to vote people in just because you wanted to irk Piers.
No.
That's the impression I got.
Well, I'm sorry you got that impression. That's not true. I'm totally honest on that show. I would never, I think it's funny, and I think there is something to be said, and you called it the Tiny Tim factor. There was this guy the year before, Ronith. I don't know if you remember. I just saw him. I just played in New Jersey, and he came up to. He was.
The old
Indian
guy.
He's an Indian guy, who was doing impressions.
right. I remember that.
He couldn't do. He didn't do. And he said he had the man of 100 voices. And I thought I could build this guy as a man with 100 voices, each of them sounding exactly the same.
But that's a one joke guy, and I thought you were crazy to put him through.
But
because
a lot
he's
of people
not. He's
live
a
on
one
joke guy.
He would never make a career of his own. Yeah, if he sat on the Howard Stern show and I sat and talked to him and made interesting things with him every day, he could be made into a star, like Eric the Midget or something. But a guy sustaining that on his own, Eric the Midget can't sustain that on his own.
Let me just tell you.
Go ahead.
Let me talk to you as a producer.
We are going to have so many arguments on this show.
What if in the context, and you got to produce it. It's not just these guys come to you with no team behind them.
Right.
If I had this guy who believed that he did characters, what if I hired a cast of hundreds for the stage?
But Howie, that's like saying a comedian comes on and he's shitty, but you say to yourself, boy, if I write him his material, he'll be terrific. I mean, you can't. The guy's got to come on and wow you. You can't say
you
what
can't
if.
compare the comedian.
Sure you can.
No, I can say.
There was a woman on that you had last season who did voices and impressions. She was very good. She did good impressions.
I agreed with you.
She had crap material.
That's exactly right.
And I would have said to her, I would have said, you know what? You run out right now and hire. I'll give you the name of 5 guys that I know that can write comedy material for you. I would have said that to her.
She did it wrong.
Right.
She could have, but she did have the persona. Had she gone back to the clubs, had she got a writer, she would have gone further.
Yes.
And there was another comic, J. Chris Newberg, who actually went further than any other comic did. Remember, he's the guy that roasted Piers.
Right.
He's great.
But we can't sit there and say, what if they don't go out and hire them? In other words, I can't sit there and imagine their act for them.
But I think that I did say that she was great. She had, she had a lot of stage presence, and that she didn't have material. And she didn't make it as far as the other comic because she didn't have material.
So you think you're the voice of reason? That's interesting. Don't you think, and I was going to say
I think we come at it from different perspectives,
right?
But we'll have good, healthy discussion.
I think it'll be good. Now tell me what happens in Vegas week. Do we really decide? That's where we decide who really goes through.
And we sit in a room and we argue because it's got to be down
Let's
to
not
the 40th.
argue. Just listen to me and everything will be fine. Really. We can get out of that room in 10 minutes.
You have no idea how competitive I am. am, and I really am. And I'm really serious about trying to find. We sat up till 2, 3 in the morning.
Oh, my
no.
goodness. Don't even say that.
I will put a pillow over your head and suffocate you if you keep me up till 2 or 3 in the morning.
Vegas is the long hours.
That's the long hours because do the producers come to us and say, listen,
all of us,
we strongly urge. You're saying it's me, you, and Sharon really make it.
And the producers.
Oh, and the producers.
Yes.
And we decide.
Yes.
Till 2, 3 in the morning.
Well, we will look at the tapes of what they did. We'll take everything into consideration, and we'll say, what do you know?
Is it hard to make that final cut?
The Vegas is
brutal.
Brutal.
Because you feel bad that you're not...
On 2 levels. Okay. Number 1, because you're making, they're saying 48, and you're going, but this guy was great, and this guy was great.
Yeah, we got to give him a shot, right.
Yeah, and amongst us, judges and producers, we can get pretty heated and argue.
We do. We get passionate and yell at each other.
See how passionate you feel about somebody, and then your guy's not in,
And you got to live with it.
And you got to live with it. So there's that, and then you have to face them. And these people have, their hopes and dreams. They've made it all the way to Vegas, and then they face you, and then they give us...
I think that's going to be harder for me than I can imagine.
That's the hardest part of the job. I hate that.
I don't like to see somebody's dream burst. But, like, the other day, a father called in, and he said, I'm having my 10-year-old audition, blah, blah, blah. And I said, okay. She had a tape on YouTube. I listened to it. I said, she's terrible. She doesn't have it. She could develop. She's 10 years old. But don't put your kid through that. What are you doing?
I would love if people just phoned in like that. But the thing is that they're going to be standing in front of you. And they've made it to Vegas.
Right.
And their hopes and their dreams. And it's set up so that it's really tough. If for people who have watched the show, everybody shows up in Vegas, and we tell you they're put into 3 groups.
Right.
One group... We tell you you're not even going to perform. You're going right to Hollywood. We're not going to Hollywood anymore. You're going to New York.
Right.
Wow.
Right. To New York. Yeah.
You're going to New York. One group, we say you are going to perform here.
Right.
And there's 48 spots. Okay. Well, there's not 48. The people that went
you've got to essentially audition again.
That went to New York. You got to. There's 22 remaining spots. You got to go for the 22 remaining spots.
Right.
If the third group. If we can't find 22 in that third group,
there'll
be
shot.
5 remaining spots for this whole third group, and you can go.
We have real power.
Oh, you have no idea.
That third group must be.
What a fun thing, but a big responsibility in a sense.
It really is. As much as it's fun and everything, people's lives and careers and futures are in our hands, and your words are like daggers.
Do you think when you were coming up, you've had a brilliant career. Do you think you would have done America's Got Talent? I don't think you would have gone that route.
I did. I started on a show called Make Me Laugh.
All right.
Which was basically judging, for every second that they didn't laugh,
right,
you won money.
Right.
And then the next show I did was on Showtime. It was called the Laugh-a-thon, and Jimmy Brogan hosted it.
And it's true.
It was
you
a contest.
The way I became aware of you was the Merv Griffin show. That's where I got turned on.
I did 14 Merv Griffin shows.
Yeah, I got turned on to you through that.
Yeah.
So I guess you built your career on TV, but you've honed your act outside of television.
I'm still playing I do 200 live dates a year.
How do you work that into this schedule? Do you get off America's Got Talent and then go fly and do a date?
I will usually fly in and out and do a date. Yes.
So you're busy.
But you also have
busy.
Mobbed.
And I do Mobbed.
Oh, we got to get to that. But finish this for me.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, you're welcome.
Howie, don't you think on America's Got Talent, and I even watched you with Piers, don't you think you promote your Twitter account too much?
No, here's the thing.
It feels desperate to me.
No, here's the thing.
You don't need to promote that.
I'll tell you why I'm promoting Twitter.
Go ahead.
At Howie M. Mandel.
Yeah, what is that? But why do you care?
You're on Twitter. I'll tell you why.
I'm on Twitter, but who gives a fuck?
And you're going to love it more than ever on this show. And I
hardly
I'm
tweet.
the one who told Piers Morgan about Twitter.
Right.
And even before you did that live tweeting when you were watching your movie, right. I did it 3 years ago.
Really?
I did. Well, that first.
Okay.
No. On the show, because I found this Twitter.
Okay.
Okay. And what was amazing during the live shows was people were going, I would read the tweets live.
Right, I remember.
And they were going, he's off key. Or they were going, we can't hear you. Or they're going, and I see like a barrage.
I'm not going to sit there and listen.
I read
a big mistake is for us to react as an audience when we judge. And Simon said this. The biggest mistake you can make is react to what the audience is doing. If they're cheering and screaming and then you put them through, We have to tune out the audience, and the Twitter people you have to tune out. Who are they?
Well, here's what I do.
We're interested in your opinion.
At that point, when we're in the live show,
right.
I think that we're looking for somebody that is marketable to America. And even if I don't like the act, even if I'm not a fan of country music, I'm not really a fan of magic.
You will read the Twitter and say, okay, since they like it, I'll put them through. I think that's wrong.
No. It's not that easy. But I want to be informed.
Right.
I want to be informed by what's happening. And I have a and they got mad at me. The producers went, you better put that down.
Right.
NBC came out and said, stop that.
Yes.
And this past year, they told everybody, tweet and do it because they're getting another platform to promote.
Everyone's with social media.
Yeah.
But I think that it is our obligation to give our opinion, which you do.
I do.
And then fuck Twitter and everyone else, and this is it. We're the judges, and that's it.
But don't you want to know, I will say that, to a contestant, I don't get it.
Right.
But I got to tell you that you just lit up, and I don't go by the audience in the theater or in the studio.
No, we can't.
No, but there's 15, 20 million people listening at home. And if it's coming through, it's amazing how different something seems when you're there live versus how you watch it or how it...
Right.
And I'm interested in seeing how the audience is.
How many times during the season do we get to have sex with the good-looking girl contestants so that they can get put through to the next round? How often do you take advantage? Like, do you take advantage of that a lot?
It is encouraged.
Yeah.
But
you send out a vibe and you hope for the best.
Right.
Yeah. You must be. Do we have a lot of downtime?
No.
No, there's not a lot of downtime. You get in there and things start to happen.
Yeah, that's the thing. The 12-hour day is like a packed day. It's act after act after act. See, I'm a fan of, when I'm not working, I'll sit on YouTube. I watch TV. My TV's on 24/7. I don't sleep.
That's the problem. You're a little too into it. We can't spend all day there. Let's move along, get the opinion, and go on.
Well, we get the opinion, and we do move on. But I could see. I love great acts. I love bad acts. It's the best job.
It is fun. I tell you what. I said to Robin, I said, I got to get on one of these shows and be a judge. It's got to be the greatest fucking job ever.
And what I'm telling you, Howard, is don't. Stop thinking about it. Stop thinking about it. Just show up to the party.
I'm glad you said that because originally...
What I wanted to ask, because one of the things about the judging, Piers would make up his mind pretty quickly.
Yes.
If he hated it.
Well, he wanted to get out of there to a CNN show.
And he'd hit the buzzer, and then he'd turn around and look at you two, and you would let him finish.
Yeah, I thought you were doing that to irritate him sometimes. No? Really?
No, because here's the thing. I do have empathy for anybody who's a performer. And, I don't believe... And they only have 90 seconds.
Right.
So if you can't wait another 20 seconds, that doesn't mean that there aren't some people...
But the concept is to gong show them, in a sense, to buzz them if they're not good.
And I do. And I have. It's not that I have hit the buzzer, but not as frequently as Piers did.
Did you hear the rumor that they were thinking of adding a fourth judge?
I did hear that rumor.
But I understand
They're not.
Simon was pushing for that.
Yes.
Yeah, because did you think that might slow it down?
Well, first of all, I don't really understand the concept because just the odds of voting three
right. They need a tiebreaker.
I don't know how 4 would work.
Right.
Number one, number two, especially in the live show.
Right.
That's hard for me because they'll say you got 20 seconds.
Right.
You got so you want to critique it, you want to tell them why you like it, and you always feel like did what I say make sense?
It's funny. I was going to say to you before that this concept of overthinking it. When they first approached me about doing this, I said, "Oh, okay. Now I got to come up with." I said to them, "I need to see the acts ahead of time so I can do." And they said, "No, we're just interested in your opinion." Then I started thinking, "Oh, what's got to go on? What I'm going to do, and this and that." And I said, "No, that gets in the way of the show." The secret, I believe, is that
spontaneity.
It's not the Howard Stern show. It's America's Got Talent. They're calling me in to be a judge, I should just give them my opinion.
It was such an adjustment for me. The thing is, as somebody who's a performer and wants to be loved, when we're in Austin, Texas,
right,
and they say, "Ladies and gentlemen, 14-year-old Carolyn from Austin, Texas," the crowd there is going, wild.
Right.
Carolyn can't sing a note, a
Right.
fucking note. And
Right.
I go, really? You know, singing is not really...
It's not for you.
It's not for you. And these 300 people or 3,000 people who's ever in the theater starts booing me. I mean, that was tough. And I have to say, you know what? But America's on board, I hope. I mean, it was really tough the first time.
I could imagine.
And they could hate. They turn on you. They're excited that you show up. And then they hate you.
Well, also, as a great performer as you are, I would imagine it's difficult sometimes not to shtick it up and not to say, okay, I'm going to do some comedy here, or now it's my turn to talk and I'm going to do this. That will ruin the whole idea of the show, right? I mean,
what I have found to be the best, and if I can give you any advice, is stop thinking.
Right.
There is no job in the history of show business
where you don't have to think. This is
nothing.
it.
There's no preparation. People like Jason Raff and all these people, they create a monster. They build it. They work. They've been working all year long. They're picking the acts that we're going to see.
I've spoken to Jason, Meredith R., Brandon Rigg, Paul Talegdi, and everyone said the same thing you're saying. They said, look, we just want your opinion, and that's it, and then move on. And that's what we're after.
Yeah.
I said, well, I can do that. I'm
and I
certainly
think if you
opinionated.
overthink it, that'll show.
Right.
You know, it'll look like prepared. You know, I don't prepare material.
Right.
I don't prepare. It's just whatever comes out. And you know something? Your intellect and your honesty is what has gotten you to where you are.
And that's what people are interested in.
If you bring that to the show, and as long as you don't try to be something that you're not, or that you think you should be.
Is this your third season?
This is going to be my third season. I've done 2.
You've done 2 seasons. This is your third.
Yeah.
You think Sharon's excited about doing it?
I think that she's very excited. She's very excited about you. I think that this is going to be a little hard for her
with the New York thing
because she has the talk in Vegas, in L.A.
Is she on board?
I assume she is.
Right.
So why are you asking? Have you?
No,
heard something?
I don't know. I haven't had any contact with Sharon except she came in and did our show a couple of weeks
that
ago.
was before you had announced.
Yeah, she said she's on board, but I didn't know.
She's on board.
So what is she going to do? How does she do the talk?
I don't know.
I see.
She did not say she was on board when she was
didn't?
here.
What did she say?
She said that she was staying with L.A. and that, New York seemed to be a problem for her. She loves the show.
I think
and would love to do it.
I don't know that it's a problem for her as much as it might be a problem for CBS, right?
Isn't our show, America's Got Talent, way more important than that dopey talk show she does? Because we're a network show on at night that's a huge #1 hit. If she's going to give up one show, give up that other stupid fucking show.
I don't think she's giving anything up, and I haven't. I'm so busy that I haven't had any contact with her. I assume if she wasn't on board, we would have heard about it.
Right.
So I think it's the 3 of us.
Was there? I was reading about your relationship with Piers and Sharon, and one time there was an incident where you guys were on a plane.
Yeah.
Piers was asleep.
Yeah.
When he woke up, Sharon put her tits in his face, bare tits in his face.
And
he was upset about that?
Because Nick was videotaping it.
Why would he be upset about
Nick Cannon videotaped it.
I'd love that.
I know, but
Put your tits in my face every fucking day. She's got great rack.
She does.
Why would he be upset about that?
I think because he's the anchor at CNN and he felt that wasn't the image he wanted to
Didn't
project.
Piers give up the wrong job? Honestly, I thought Piers was terrific on the show. I've said that everywhere.
Yeah, I was. I was happier with him than he was with me.
Right, but CNN, I think he was happy with it. I think he liked the animosity, and it didn't feel real to me. Do you think it was real that he really didn't dislike you?
I think he disliked. I think he didn't get my way of judging. I think he didn't get my sense of humor, and I think that I do think it was real.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I was real.
I took the test on the America's Got Talent website to see who you're most like as a judge, and I was convinced I would be most like Piers. I was most like you.
Really?
That's what it said.
Mine came up with. I took the test too, and mine came up like Brandy.
Really? It's frightening.
Yeah, remember she was the host.
Yes, of course. David Hasselhoff, Brandy. Regis used to be the host. Then it was Jerry Springer. I'm a big fan of the show. So I like you. I said, hey, I'm sitting at home doing this. I might as well go get paid to be the judge.
It's the best job.
I'm very honored that they chose me.
I know, but you seem very incredibly neurotic and worried.
No,
but that's just him.
I approach everything in a serious manner. I really do.
But I
take it seriously.
I'm glad that you're on board and you're taking it seriously. But I'm telling you. Have fun, be yourself.
But look, the Hoff, let's talk about it honestly. He didn't take it so seriously.
I think he did. I think he took it like he takes life. That's it. Like he takes his hamburgers and his children.
If it's not important to the judges, It's still, in terms of the world events and where we're going as a country and how our world is going, this is not the most important thing. But if the judges on this show don't take it seriously and really look for real talent, then the show's whole premise is out the window.
Here's where for me, where it goes wrong. If the judge is more concerned about how they're being perceived versus their honesty.
Has that happened? Was Piers, are you referring to Piers?
I'm not referring to anybody in particular, but I know that it's hard for some judges, even at a time when they believe that they should be negative, or they believe, and so I just learned, and I'm comfortable in. I've got 3 years in, and it'll take an adjustment for you.
Yeah, I think so.
It'll take an adjustment. Comfortable in being booed. I get booed like crazy in every hometown that travel. But you're sitting. Listen, when you show up someplace and 3,000 people from their hometown are there, and they hate you because you haven't found any talent. There's mornings where we'll go through crap, and we haven't found anything, and we make comments like, "What is happening in this town?" It's a hard adjustment, but it's a great show.
Now, I like Nick Cannon on the show, Howie.
I love Nick Cannon.
I think he does a great job,
He does.
and I told him that I was on his show, and I really do. But I am so worried about this guy. Today he announced first of all, his kidneys failed. Why did they fail? This guy doesn't want to be home. He works nonstop.
Did you know his schedule? It's like nuts.
It's nuts. Now he announced he's directing a movie. Where he's teaming up comedians. And who is he teaming him up with? Comedians and rappers or something. He's directing a movie. This is a guy who is not aware of his own health. He's definitely not a guy who wants to be home. Let's be honest, right? I mean, he's like a Jamaican. He's taking 50 jobs. And I said to him, I think you're key to the show. I want you there. Why don't you give up a couple of jobs?
Didn't the doctor tell him that?
Now he announced he's directing a movie.
Well, then that's
big mistake. It's stupid. Maybe we should do an intervention on this guy.
I think there should be an intervention.
I mean, what's he doing? They're telling me he takes a pillow and lays down on the floor between takes or something.
He does.
Yeah. I mean, that's insane.
He sleeps whenever he can get. I've never seen anybody, they talk about Ryan Seacrest.
Right.
Ryan Seacrest is basically unemployed compared to Nick Cannon.
And Ryan's got a lot going on.
Yeah. He's got to be thrilled, Nick, that you're on board because New York, he was taking the plane flights. He was always flying with me. I was always.
It was crazy. His radio show starts at 6 in the morning, which means he was in L.A. starting the show at 3 in the morning.
Right.
Finishing at 7.
Right.
Then he drives to the set of America's Got Talent because his call time is earlier because he's the host.
Right.
And he literally would go from 7 in the morning till about midnight.
And at America's Got Talent, in downtime, he would take meetings because he's an executive at Nickelodeon.
So how is this guy alive?
Well, one of his kidneys quit and left.
Right.
Yeah, I was going to say,
I can't take this anymore.
Completely understandable that his kidneys failed.
Have you ever called him aside and said, listen, I care about you. Why don't you fucking calm down? I mean, you don't have to have every job. You've never done that.
I've never done that.
You don't feel comfortable with that?
No. I told you, I show up, I don't care. I do. I don't give any thought.
Did you get the invite as I did for the special dinner that we're having the night before?
Yes.
Yes. No, not Jimmy. No, not Jimmy's.
Oh.
We're having an America's Got Talent dinner.
Did I get the invite?
Yeah, well, I saw your name on it.
Oh,
they put your email address on there. And
did they really?
Yeah, I was like, well, they shouldn't be sending that to everybody.
I didn't get it. Yeah, because you're hard to get a hold of. You know you're hard to get a hold of.
Yeah, well, why can't you get a hold of me?
Because you screen your calls and you didn't want to talk to me.
No, bullshit.
It is not bullshit.
It's a service that forwards my call to me wherever I am. I wasn't on the phone. Of course, I want to talk to you.
No, you didn't. You wanted to hold it. You wanted to hold it till we were on air.
No, bullshit.
Because I called Gary. Gary told me that you're supposed to call this Spanish Fly, and then I called that. I called that number.
You never called.
They go and then it says in the space, leave your name, and I go Howie.
Right.
Mandel. And then they go, we are looking for him.
Right.
And then it goes away.
I wasn't there.
Wait. So they go, he's not there. Would you like to leave a message? Well, I don't know who Spanish Fly is, so I'm not going to leave a message and a phone number on there. No, I didn't hear your voice. So I don't know.
It says Howard.
Wait. So then they say he's not there. Will you leave a message? I go, no. Call back 2 hours later.
Okay.
Same thing. Howie. Now, your phone rings somewhere, and then you weren't there.
It rings. I'm not there. Sometimes I'm not home. But I'll answer my message.
3 times. I didn't leave a message.
Well,
so
he doesn't
you hear
leave a
Howie's
message.
on the phone. I don't want to talk to him now, and that's okay.
Hey, He doesn't leave a message.
I won't
Gary
leave
said, did
messages.
Howie call you? I said, no, he never called me.
And it doesn't give
I will
any
not.
information.
How would I know?
I
No.
won't leave a
How
phone
would
number
you-
on a robotic
But
thing.
Howie,
I don't know who
how
gets
would
this.
I know you called?
Because I left my name. It goes to your phone.
No, if you don't leave a message, it doesn't go anywhere.
And then I checked it. I heard Gary talking about. I heard you talking about. I didn't call you. You were waiting for my call. And I called Gary during the show that day, and I said, "Check this number." He told me that was the number. You do hear it. Your phone rings.
I mean it, Howie. Howie, I love you. Why wouldn't I want to talk to you?
I don't know.
Why don't you try I'm busy, not I'm not at home? They're cell phones now.
Yeah.
But doesn't this thing search all your phones and wherever
yes.
you are?
It forwards it to wherever I tell it to go.
Right.
But I wasn't obviously in by my phone.
A whole
It goes
day.
to my home.
A whole day.
No, I don't know. I never got a call from you. I never got a call from you.
Why don't you switch it when you go somewhere?
I do, but I might have been out running. I might have been. Sometimes I do stuff. You know what I mean?
And then you said, and then you wrote me an email.
Yes.
And you said, I'll call you.
And I never called you.
Right.
Well, I didn't want to bother you. You were calling me. I wasn't looking for you.
Well, then
No,
you
I wanted
didn't tell me
talk
to call you.
But actually, this is probably the conversation we would have had on the phone, right? I mean, we
So
just
you want
had
to
it.
save it for radio?
No, it just worked out that way. I mean, what would we say in private about this?
How do you know what I wanted to call you about?
What did I assume you wanted to call me about America's Got Talent?
Yeah.
Right.
So we had it.
Did you have something private you wanted to say to me?
Never mind.
I'm excited. Do you know?
I'm excited to be working with you.
How's the OCD?
It's not good.
It's bad. Worse than ever.
A little bit. You know, I'm doing this show, which makes it hard for me.
Which show? The
Mobbed.
Mobbed.
Which will you watch it tonight? I know you're on Letterman.
Now
but
this is your second season.
No, it's really the first season. We did a special. That's
Right.
the one I promoted.
Tell people what Mobbed is again, in case they don't know.
Mobbed is you know what flash mobs are,
right?
And there's the spontaneous outbursts of singers and dancers in malls and train stations.
You go
And I
on
thought that
Twitter
was
and everyone decides to go do the Michael Jackson dance.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I thought, okay, so that's kind of neat, and that was 5 years ago they were doing that, and then I love hidden camera, and I thought
Right.
if you have a secret, an intimate secret that you want to share with somebody, what better way to do it than to take that person to a public place and they hear it in a musical? And the first one we did was a proposal, but what if you want to quit a job? What if you want to tell your wife that you know that she's cheating?
Right.
Wouldn't it be great to hear that in a giant musical?
That's on tonight, the show?
Tonight is one. It's a really good one. I don't want to give away what it is, but the guy, they don't always
Like if
work
I'm
out
fucking
great.
a guy's sister, I could get you to do a flash mob and hey, guess what? Howard's fucking your sister.
Yes.
Oh, that's good. I
Yes.
like that.
But on tonight's show, we have, and it's right after Idol. On tonight's show, it didn't work out the way we thought because what happened is we always have this hidden camera thing, and it's this young guy, and as the dance breaks out, the music starts, and we did kind of a, it's Smooth Criminal, that video,
Michael
so the
Jackson.
door opens, and we had this backlight, and these dancers come in, and they got chains, and they're backlit, and they're smoking everything. The guy thought he was going to die. He thought, I don't know what he thought, some sort of dancing gang was after him, and he starts going, "Leave me the fuck alone! What the fuck is this? I'm getting out of here! Don't you fucking touch me!" You can
I
hear
would
it
do that
speak.
too.
And they're going, "Just calm down, just watch," and they go, "No fucking way! Get me the fuck out of here!" And you see me going, lock the door. We thought the whole thing. We had 2,000 people waiting there.
Do you have an episode where there's a pedophile and then announce it on the air or something like that?
Chris Hansen comes out
dancing.
dancing.
I would like to see that. So with the OCD now.
Yes.
I didn't know this part. You never told me. When you were a kid, when you were like a teenager, you'd come home from school and shower for 2 hours.
Yeah.
That's unfucking believable. You've been tortured by this your whole life.
Yes.
I mean, imagine in high school. Who showers in high school?
No.
I showered once a week in high school.
Right. Boys
Well,
are
that's not
usually
your-
notorious for not showering.
That's right. Go ahead. Hands, Bill. You're on with Howie Mandel. Watch Howie Mandel host Mob, premiering tonight at 9 o'clock on Fox. After American Idol.
That's a good spot.
That's a great spot.
Hey, Howie.
Will you watch it tonight? I want you to see it.
I will watch it.
And I'll watch you on Letterman.
Thank you.
Hey, Howie, how are you doing, brother?
All right.
I'm doing okay. Oh, how?
Right. But how are we going to deal with that, too? I'm
That's another
Howard.
question.
What are
You're
the
Howard.
odds of two Howards being on...
A same show.
You know what I call it now? There's two Howards and an Osborne. It's H2O.
Oh, very good.
See what
Look
we've
at
done?
you.
I'm always
See,
marketing.
that's why.
Marketing.
That's why you're a genius.
Okay.
Ham Hands, go ahead.
Hey, Howie, listen, with your OCD and your germophobia, if your wife just comes out of the bathroom or washed up a private parts, are you still able to kiss her private parts or not?
Yeah,
really?
Howie, with OCD, are you able to go down on your wife?
Yes.
That's a good question,
Yes.
actually, Ham.
As long
Is
as
that
I-
really true? Do you sit there and go, oh, fuck,
No.
I'm going to get germs?
No, I won't. I won't.
I don't believe it.
No, I'm telling you. Why would I lie?
You probably prefer not to go down. Wouldn't you prefer just to fuck and not have to
And
have
like a
any
plastic bag.
saliva exchange
No,
or anything like that?
I don't mind that. It's shaking hands. It's hands.
But why do you think your wife is like you? A woman's vagina probably has more germs, than a hand's.
When is the last time you've looked at a vagina and seen it cough?
Well, I don't know. I heard you were freaked out in the hallway because Ronnie, the limo driver, was coughing.
Ronnie coughed.
I know.
But then he goes. There's not a sound. I'm just standing quietly in the hall.
Yeah.
And then I hear like that. And I go, are you sick?
And he claims he's not sick.
Wait. I go, are you sick? He
Right.
goes, no, it's just my voice. Your voice? You weren't talking.
It'll be about 3 feet too long.
But they, did he just cough?
Yes, he did.
Are you sick, Ronnie?
He's not sick. He's run down because he was traveling a lot.
He's not sick. What? Voice.
He lost his voice.
Wait, you cough in silence. It's not like, what kind of voice?
Silence.
There was
Just
no
my voice.
No, there was no sound, and then you coughed.
I went like this.
Right. That's not your voice. When you're talking to me.
Understood.
Not understood, apparently.
Run down, he's sick.
Yeah.
Been a lot of traveling, man. I've been out on the West Coast a lot, back and forth, so.
People travel, they bring back the bird flu.
What can I do?
You could stay back from me.
I had to do it.
He's been doing these live club dates where he goes
That's
out
what
and
he says.
screams. And so he's losing his voice. But
I'm on tour. I do dates all the time.
Yeah, well, you talk like a normal person.
Yeah, you don't scream like he does.
His act is going up there and screaming and yelling out obscenities. Really? That's the whole act.
I saw him.
You'd probably put him through on America's Got Talent.
I saw him at the UFC fight, and he told me he's got a deal with Fox.
He had his own talk show,
but he's not allowed to say.
Yeah, I don't
what
know.
kind of marketing plan is that? I can't talk about it yet.
I don't know.
can't talk. It's got a bigger veil than your announcement for America's Got Talent.
One of the questions that came up in this meeting with NBC is like they said to me, well, how much promotion are you willing to do? How much were you willing to do on your own, and how much are you willing to do with the other judges? I said, I would be thrilled to appear with Howie.
Why do they send
Oh,
him
there's
in?
Ronnie. Why'd they send you in if you're sick? Howie's going to freak out.
Come on, man.
What do you want to say? I'm in the middle
There's
of an
nothing
interview.
wrong with me.
No, you're sick. You were coughing even in the car this morning. And I'm
told
germphobic, and I was freaking out.
Hello. You were sick for 2 weeks?
Yeah.
I wasn't, okay?
No, but what does that got to do with anything?
All I'm
You're
saying,
sick.
no, I'm telling you, I am fine except
Then
for
why
my
are you coughing
throat.
so much? And
I'm
Howie
fine
has a
except for my
My throat is dry. I told you.
I just got a touch of the strep.
Yeah, he's
All right, listen, I'll leave you back to your interview.
All right, thank you. Yeah.
For Howard TV, you're going to love it. It was such a great moment. Ronnie's like standing against the hallway, probably like 6 feet away from Howie, and he coughs. And he tried to make it like, cough into his shoulder, and Howie just starts like moonwalking.
Yeah, right. Is the worst part of America's Got Talent when at the beginning I know you have to run through the audience. Why don't we do away with that? I don't want that either.
Well, you know what? You got them to move to New York.
Right.
You've got all these changes. Can I put that on you? If there's one thing, I love the job. I don't mind the hours.
Everybody
I love
high
the
fives and this and that.
I hate
Oh
it.
my
I
goodness!
hate
You have to high five.
I don't.
He doesn't. He does a little fist bump.
Right.
kind of thing.
Yeah, and I run, but these hands, it's just a sea of. It's like the worst fucking nightmare. The opening of America's Got
It's
Talent.
the only show out of all of them, like X Factor, American Idol, blah blah blah, where the judges run through the audience.
Maybe they'll make a change. They've made a change. They've changed coasts, so maybe they'll make a change. I don't want to touch I love the audience.
Right.
I just don't want to touch you.
You love them to a degree.
Yes. I don't want to touch their hands.
Why don't we wear hazmat suits as we walk in, literally like a spacesuit, like we're landing on the moon, and then when
I
we
came
go,
in last year. I came in a bubble.
I remember.
Yes.
I felt for you because I know it's uncomfortable.
It is
for you.
uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I hate that. I really am. I'm not going to lie.
You see, I'm not as bad as you. I would be able to walk through the audience, shake everyone's hand, and then when I get to my table, discreetly put some of that Purell on my hands.
Yeah, but I
just,
can't use the Purell anymore.
Why?
But,
because
yeah,
you've
I
hurt
told
your
you.
hands.
No, I told you. I've told this story before. I
You get rashes,
overused it,
and you get rashes.
and I got warts because I had viruses because I killed all the antibodies in my
Oh,
hands.
so you can't use Purell anymore?
No, I don't know I had my friend who's a surgeon give me that. I was using Purell. I was using whatever they use
Yeah.
for surgery.
Oh,
I used-
betadine.
No, betadine is. I don't know what I was using, but whatever they
Do
scrub
you
up
sometimes
with.
forget and shake someone's hand like I do, and then all of a sudden I go, oh, now I got to...
I never forget.
You never forget.
No.
When somebody puts upset the hand, what do? You offer them the fist bump?
The fist or nothing, or I turn and walk away.
You turn. It's so terrible. I mean, you are a social guy, and look what you're going through.
I'm not as social as you think.
Oh, really?
I'm not. I'm not really that social. I love people. I'm a mess.
You just coughed into your hand, so I was very aware of that. Yeah, don't come near me.
But I won't shake my hand now.
What's going on with Deal or No Deal? Is that gone?
Yeah, there's a slight talk of doing more, but I don't know.
What does that mean, slight talk of doing more? I thought the show was a huge hit.
Well, it had become a daytime show.
Right.
Yeah. I did. Well, we did 500 episodes.
Yeah.
You know, that's a lot. I was dealed out for a while.
Do you think that's what happened? The show just burnt out? They put it on too much?
I think so. We're on a hiatus, and you know, there's always a possibility that there could be more. Look, Fear Factor is back.
Do you miss it?
Yeah, it was.
That was a good
job.
gig too.
It was a really good gig.
You've gotten some great gigs.
All my single friends miss the fact that I was on Deal or No Deal. My son misses.
Yeah, right.
Deal or No Deal.
All those hot chicks.
You know, I had my son working. I don't know if I told you this. One summer, I got him a job as an intern on the show.
Yeah.
And they came to me very uncomfortably, and they said, Howie, can you talk to your son? I go, why? They go, he has set up his office under the steps. He was under, you know, the girls came down to the
Oh, my God. So he's looking up their skirts.
He was looking up their skirts. And I
like
said
his
to
old
him,
man.
Alex, yeah.
Yeah, right.
But, and I had to talk to him. And then he goes, I was there first. And then they came down. I go, you were there. You weren't there first. They were there first.
Do you realize I think I'm the first American judge?
Yes.
On America's Got
Well, I'm
Talent.
American.
You are now?
Yeah.
Weren't you? You were born Canadian,
I have
right?
a dual citizenship.
Oh, you do?
Yes.
Oh, so you are American. All right,
Well,
good.
I became.
All right, good. All right, because I
But
like
you were the first born and raised
In
American.
America.
Right.
Yes.
I have a huge burden on my shoulders.
Yes.
Yeah. Well,
You're
I'm
very-
excited. I can't wait to work with you.
I can't tell you
can't
how
be more
excited,
thrilled.
how great I think it is for the show, and I think that your presence is going to take the show to another level. I really
hope
believe
so.
that.
I think it'll be fun.
I believe it, and I love all the controversy, and I love that wherever I go, people, you know, that's the burning question.
Well, I was bringing this up before because I did a Super Bowl commercial for America's Got Talent.
Did you really?
Yes.
Oh, that's great.
I shot one.
Okay.
And I assume it's going to air this Super Bowl.
Right.
We'll see.
What?
Seemed funny to me. But, you know, I'll believe it,
could
when
be
I see
rejected?
it. Who knows? But they said to me, I said, I'd like to do some promotion with the other judges. And so there was a discussion on how much promotion I would do.
Right.
And when I would appear with the other judges. So at some point, I guess we'll be appearing somewhere together.
That would be great.
Right. And you and I have a problem because we're going to have to be quiet while the other one performs, even in an interview, right? That's a difficult thing to do, isn't it? Do you find that difficult?
I've gotten more comfortable in you know,
We're an
you're coming up
ensemble.
right, and you see, you're coming from the autonomy of doing this show, and this
Right.
is what you've done all your life. And I came from stand-up comedy and whatever, so it was
Is it
really
an
hard for me.
adjustment?
It was a huge adjustment.
Because even when you did Deal or No Deal, you were the host. This is like I've got to sit quiet while you're doing your thing, and I got to let you do your thing.
Yeah. So the thing
I don't know that I can do that.
but that's what I'm telling you as somebody who went through the adjustment.
Right.
Don't worry.
We'll get through it together.
Don't think about it. Just do whatever. You know what? If the fact that you want to interrupt me in the middle of me talking hits you, interrupt me.
All right.
Don't think about it. You know what? I'm going to interrupt him, or I'm going to sit
doing
quiet.
it.
Whatever happens, happens.
Now, you never finish that. Who's going to be... What are you going to be called on this show?
Well, I'm Howard.
You're
I'm Howie.
Howard.
Or Your
I'm Howie.
Majesty.
Your Majesty.
The king of all media.
I'm Howie.
Okay.
He's Howie. Thank God he's a Howie.
Yeah.
No one called... in summer camp, I used to be a Howie.
Right.
And when I got on the radio, I said, fuck being a Howie. I'm a grown man. I'm
But
Howard.
we've talked about it. Howard, for me, is it makes me cringe because Howard was always
Thank
in
God.
trouble.
Yeah, so I'll be Howard. You'll be Howie.
Howard?
Yes.
Nobody was happy when they called me Howard.
Yes, that's true. So, you'll be Howie. I'm Howard. We got Sharon.
And we got Sharon.
And we got
Nick.
Nick. And that's it. Let's go do this thing
This is
already.
gonna be great. So
Enough fucking talk about it.
And
Let's
what are you
go do
doing
it.
tonight?
Tonight I am watching myself on Letterman, of course.
That's after. I'm going to watch you. on
Watch
Letterman.
Howie Mandel host Mobbed, premiering in what is probably the best time slot, right after American Idol.
And it's something to see. You see a guy think he's going to die, and there's nothing funnier than that.
Nothing funnier than guys dying.
And I tweet live. You think that's not a good thing to tweet
You
live?
will
during?
tweet during the show.
Yeah.
I think that's a great thing.
Will
What-
you I'll Twitter you.
I'm not going to read that.
No, I want you to say you're watching it. I want to just see that you're really watching
What is with you and Twitter? You're obsessed.
I am
Forget
obsessed.
it. Forget that.
You're not. You're on it.
I'm on it, but I'm on it once or twice.
Yeah, every 2 weeks we get a
naked picture of
your
my wife. That's it. I don't know what else to tweet. What would I tweet? Anything I got to say, I say here. I have this. So why would I? What am I tweeting?
So you're pointing out I have nothing. All I have is Twitter.
It's too important. How many followers do you have?
I have over 16. No, I have 300,000. Not this.
300,000.
Yes, not a lot.
Do you see it as a sign of success if you have a ton of Twitter followers?
No, but I see it as a sign of that's my social. I'd like to do that rather than in a crowd. I don't have to touch people, but I could talk to you.
It's your way
I can
of relating.
communicate,
and you can sell tickets to your shows and things like that.
Well, I'm not selling tickets. Well, I want to get viewers.
Right. Okay. All right. Well, listen. You're a judge. I'm a judge. God bless you.
I'll see you.
I'm going to see you in 2 weeks. A week.
Is it a week?
It's a week or two. Yeah.
It's this month.
Sometime this month, I'm going to see you.
You excited?
I'm excited
Are
about
you
doing
nervous?
it. No, I think I'm fine with it.
I think you are fine.
I
listen to you every day. Don't worry.
I worry about just keeping my health together. In other words, I don't want to be sick when I go there. I don't want to. I want to have my energy together because this job that I do, waking
Two
up
neurotic
early,
guys are
I'm
telling
very
each other
neurotic.
not to worry.
You
don't worry. I'm the guy who won't touch anybody.
How
but don't
dare
worry.
you tell me not to worry?
Don't worry.
Look who I'm
And
getting
he's
advice
worried
from.
that he's going to get sick.
Now you know why I don't take Howie's calls. I'll listen to him. I'll get nuts.
I live in a glass house.
That's right. Yes. And you know what people in glass houses should do?
Throw stones?
That's right.
Right.
What do you do today? I saw you're hosting Regis
I'm with
and
Kelly. I'm going over there now.
Are you the co-host?
Yes.
You'll be the co-host with Kelly Ripa.
Yes. And
Is
J-Lo.
it true? And J-Lo is the guest?
Yes.
Oh, that should be hot.
That will be very hot.
And so...
I heard she lost 60 pounds.
Who?
Oh, J-Lo?
Yes.
Is that right?
Yeah.
How's that?
Mark Anthony moved out.
Oh, you're terrible.
You going to ask her about this young boyfriend that she's got?
Oh, I should, shouldn't I?
Oh, fuck yeah. I mean, can't this girl be alone for 10 minutes? I mean, literally, she just broke... This is like her third marriage ended.
Wait.
What?
When your marriage ended, how long were you alone?
Oh, a minute, but I'm a guy. Women are supposed to think about things.
Really?
Of course. Well, first of all, this is her third marriage that ended.
Right.
She just had kids with this dude.
Right.
He's out. Now she's got a brand new boyfriend. Slow down a little bit. At least date a little bit.
Why are you so concerned about? She's
I'm a
happy.
judge. I'm judging her.
You're judging.
I judge everything. I'm perfect for that gig.
She's happy. God bless her.
God bless her.
Yeah.
Slow down and smell the roses, honey.
I wonder if he'll come over to the show with her. Oh, he probably has homework.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Will you ask her stuff like, like how long did it take the new guy to get into your pants and stuff, or is that too controversial for the Regis and Kelly show?
I don't know. I will, whatever. I'm not thinking about it. Whatever happens, happens.
You didn't prepare for this show at all?
I don't prepare.
You don't prepare ever?
No.
God bless you.
I don't prepare. I never did homework. I didn't. Preparation is not my.
Like I'm going to Letterman tonight. I already know exactly how it's going to look.
When I do talk shows, I prepare.
You do prepare. That's what I would assume.
Yeah, yes.
Right.
Yes. But as the host, I don't prepare.
It's a good philosophy. It seems to be working.
Yeah, as
for
a
you.
guest, he prepares.
I do as a guest because I want to be charming and I want to be
Right.
witty and I want to be funny. Though I didn't prepare for this.
They say that the ratings for Kelly Ripa are higher now that Regis is gone. Is that true?
I think it is. And I think that it's because of that, when Kathy Lee left, when they were rotating all the possible co-hosts, and Kelly was going, the ratings were also higher because people want to see. It's like this spinning wheel.
Right.
Oh, is this going to be the host? Is this going to be the host?
Have they asked you to be a permanent host?
No.
You're good at it.
I am. I'm very good.
I mean, I've seen people on there with her that are not too good. They think they're funny and they're not. But you do a good job. And they said in the paper that they're closer to finding a permanent replacement for Regis. So I was wondering if they had said anything to you.
Well, I would imagine as each day goes by, they're closer. Because one day they're going to choose.
Right.
So tomorrow they're going to be closer than they are today.
But it could be that they're so into this groove of rotating hosts that they are never going to get a co-host.
I think they should keep doing that. Don't you think that would be a good show, that they can continue to do that?
Do you like doing that show, the morning show, and being the co-host?
Yes. I think that Kelly is brilliantly funny.
Do you find yourself biting your tongue, though, because it's so... Yes. In other words, the things you really want to talk about, you can't.
No.
Right.
I can't. You know that.
That's the secret to success, biting your tongue on some of these shows.
I wonder if you're going to bite your tongue at all on America's Got Talent.
Well, of course. I mean, listen, it's first of all, I have to bite my tongue or else I'll end up taking over the show and turning it into the Howard Stern show. Like you said, you resist turning it into the Howie Mandel show.
Right.
I've got to be able to do that. And secondly, I got to be able to realize that it's a network show that's kid friendly, and it's about me being a judge.
But that's what I say. You know, I don't know. You may have seen some of the interviews that I've done about you.
Yes,
joining
you've
the
been
show.
great.
You have been nothing but a very responsible broadcaster. I mean,
Right.
the language and whatever happens on Sirius is different than what happened on terrestrial radio, right?
Listen, I'm going on Letterman
And you went on
tonight.
I've seen you on Letterman
Leno,
dozens of times, and Leno, you've never crossed the line
I don't
beyond
think so.
standards and practices.
Yeah, and if I have, whoops. All right, listen. Watch Howie. I've been such a responsible broadcaster. Thank you, Howie.
I think you have.
Go watch some of my old shows.
I
Watch
did.
Howie Mandel host Mobbed, premiering tonight.
Yeah.
Tonight is the big night, 9
the big
o'clock
night.
on Fox after American Idol.
Yeah, and next Wednesday, too.
And Howie's a great guy, always been a friend of the show.
Our coworkers.
Now we're coworkers.
Isn't that amazing?
Colleagues.
Robin, tell Howie what a delight I am to work with. He's in for a real treat.
You're in for the time of your life.
Tell him how much fun I am. Tell him how fun
his partner
I am.
in crime, who is hermetically sealed in another room.
Well, what's funny is that, you talk about trying to reach me on the phone. Robin and I spend very little time communicating outside of the show.
Right, because you spend 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah, we see each other all day, and she's got a life and I got
But
a
a
life.
call back would have been nice.
Yes, Robin. Do we ever call each other back? Never.
No.
No, never.
You leave a message
shouldn't be
and you
here.
let it go.
And you let it go.
So I won't be
Listen, Howie, stop calling me and harassing me.
I'm here with Mike Marks. He runs my company, and he's
Keep him
a
away
fan.
from me.
Wait. He's a huge fan, and he wanted to know if he can get a picture of you. Now, this is, but not, he doesn't take. He doesn't have a camera. He does sketch artist. He's a sketch
He
artist.
wants to
He wants to sketch
draw.
us?
He wants to.
Perfect.
Can he come in for like 10 minutes and just sketch you?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
That's what he
I don't
does.
mind. Go ahead.
That's what he does.
See, you don't get under my skin like with Piers. You amuse me.
So Mike Marks can come in and just draw you?
Sure, absolutely. For a
Okay.
good hour. All right, Howie.
Yes.
Calm down.
All right.
Everything will be fine. And stop worrying. That's my advice to you. Okay. Howie Mandel.
You're going to teach him what worry is, I think.
Oh, he
hasn't
doesn't even
seen
know.
worry.
No.
Oh, you're going to learn new neuroses
Wait
from
till
me.
you're around me. It's not good
I'll
for two
out-neurotic
OCT
you.
people to be together.
Really?
You will be out neurotic by me.
No.
You've never met anyone like
I
me.
can't wait. This is going to be the season of all seasons. This
I
is the
think we're in.
television explosion of the century, of the decade.
Can't wait.
I can't wait.
Can't wait.
Howie, in classic Howard fashion, he's overanalyzing something before it even starts.
Right.
Your best advice to him is
Was
to just...
any job I've ever had, and anything that I've ever done in show business, and I've been in show business for 35 years, it's the only job that there's no skill involved, there's no planning involved. You can be an idiot. Just be honest, and that's all. That's the only advice I have. Just do it. I think that's Nike's advice. but don't think about it.
And in turn, the great off-the-cuff impromptu moments will happen.
He's a witty, smart, intelligent man who has an opinion, and if he's just brutally honest and doesn't think about it, he'll enjoy it, and we'll have the best results we can ever imagine.
Basically, he should follow the same template that he does for his own radio show. I mean,
No, I believe on his radio show he does a lot of prepreparation and knows where he's going.
Right, but from the honesty and that standpoint.
Yes.
All right, Howie, good luck.
See you later.
All right.
Bye, Lisa.
Talk to him.
See you in Hawaii, man. Yeah, see you, Roddy.
Wonder if Howie's going to have a cold now.
Oh, stop it.
was a lot of confrontation yesterday on the wrap-up show. I don't know how many people heard it, but I did, and man, oh man, a lot of fireworks.
What's going on? Why is everybody fighting around here?
It's mostly about Benji. I received in the email a lot of letters about people who just don't want to hear about Benji at all. Like on the wrap-up show, on this show, one guy said he's going to cancel his subscription if there's any more Benji talk.
Oh, dear.
And I thought actually I had limited the Benji talk, but the wrap-up show picks up where we leave off.
Right. What we don't pick up on, they discuss.
Yeah. And a lot was made that Lisa G is consumed with Benji and the girlfriend, and that the girlfriend is using Benji. But I think, she's just weighing in with her opinion, much like everyone else.
You don't think she's obsessed with Benji and
no,
jealous?
But someone told me that literally in the newsroom, she talks about it 24 hours a day. That I didn't know.
Oh.
That I didn't know. That she is obsessed with Benji and Elisa, his girlfriend, and that she talks about Benji and Elisa constantly to the point that some people put on their headphones so they don't have to hear Lisa talking about it.
Wow.
Yeah.
So she'll talk to herself about it if nobody's listening.
Yeah. They say she's obsessed, but, from what I heard, she's just someone like me who weighs in about the people who work here. Benji's in a relationship where I thought Lisa actually made a lot of sense on the wrap-up show, and I thought she gave Benji some good advice. I'll play you a clip, and you tell me if you think she's dead on. I do. And she basically says, well, here, I'll play it for you.
I'm not mad at you. Like I said, it feels tacky to me, and that's upsetting to me because I like you and I know who you are, and we had a private talk about it.
Yeah,
and
you said you said very, very mean stuff publicly about my girlfriend. I thought you were being very, very.
What did she say that was mean?
I'm not going to repeat it.
Well, I think the comment was in one of my pieces.
John will repeat it.
Lisa called Lisa's career a non-career.
No, I said...
referring to her musical ability.
No, I said Benji's trying to be a hero to a non-career. That's what I said.
Lisa's memorized the line.
So that was a strike.
And I apologize.
No, you never did. Actually, you said, I'm sorry. You kept saying, I'm sorry if that hurt your feelings.
Didn't you
never
also
said apologize for saying it? I think, you said it, I don't know what your rage is about it, what your upsetness is about
She's not a rage.
You haven't heard what everyone has been saying here.
So why do you?
Well,
why are you?
Look,
why are you
if
giving,
she's that talented, she'll be fine on her own. She's getting noticed. You can take a breath about it, Benji.
Okay, what if
I feel like you're in this trance about. Oh my God, I have to get her a career, a recording contract. It will happen.
Enjoy being part
she's
of this.
being mentioned. Yeah, but it just feels like too much.
Well, it doesn't feel organic, that's for sure. It does not feel to anything. It feels very manufactured.
It was almost like an intervention yesterday on the air because what Lisa says is true. I mean, Benji is obsessed with getting his girlfriend noticed to the point that I think Benji thinks this is his cachet with her.
Yes.
That as long as he keeps her career going, she'll remain interested in him. And if Benji was honest, and I could actually talk to him about it, which I won't even attempt, I believe that he would relax a lot more if he stopped all this and finds out whether she loves him for him.
Dude, you are being so.
I think Lisa made a good point. Honestly, pal.
What's the point?
The point is.
Let me
what
ask you a favor.
you just asked me.
No, let me ask you a favor because what you guys do, you put things so generally where you can't.
I'll be specific.
Be as specific as possible.
It seems to me you're devoting a tremendous amount of your personal energy to promoting Elisa's career. And even on the air, where you were one of those guys I sort of admired, you never really plugged everything to death. And, you've had your little plugs and things with that party planning thing or whatever it is. I don't know, stripper parties or I don't know what you had, but everybody plugs. It seems like you've amped up a lot. And it seems like a lot of pressure on you to keep her in the limelight and to keep her career somewhat going. That's your cachet with her. She, I could even hear, the brother on the news saying you're a great guy. Now you have her brother on the radio and you have her parents on the radio. And the news department covered it. But I feel like that's your being a hero. That's what's important to her. And you're coming through in spades. And it's keeping her interested in you.
Okay, so
I think you're feeling a lot of pressure.
I don't.
You don't? Okay.
Her brother,
well, I thought Lisa made a good point.
Her brother and her family came to our show on Monday night, and the news interviewed them.
Yes, and I think that's the type of energy you want to keep coming her way. It's very important.
Okay, but there's two different issues. You're saying, one, I'm trying to do this energy, and two, I'm doing it because I'm scared I would lose her if I didn't.
I think you think that's your... this is a girl who wasn't that attracted to you or into you, And ever since, you've been running around on TV trying to get her name mentioned. I mean, you were the guy who got beaten up by a CNN guy just trying to yell out her name. You know, you work for the Howard Stern Show. Probably you could have yelled out something related to the Howard Stern Show. Instead, you're screaming out on CNN and risking your life to yell out Elisa Jordana.
I've gotten beaten up for you. And
No,
I'll
no,
get
I
beaten
know
up
that.
for you again.
But I'm just saying, it's a lot of pressure to come through and be Superman for her. And I think you ought to chill and find out if she really could handle not getting that. Okay, that's all I'm saying. It seems to me she probably does love you and probably will be able to handle it, but I think you're afraid to let go of this.
That's not. But that's not true.
Okay.
And you're just
All right.
it's just an assumption you're making.
I'm making an assumption. You're right.
And the things
And I thought Lisa was right on the money, and I thought she was coming from an honest place. Whether or not she's obsessed with you, I don't know what goes on back in the newsroom. She might very well be, but
well, what I was saying to her was, let's say all this is true. I don't know why she's treating my girlfriend like crap.
Right. No, that doesn't make sense. And Gary, I thought, was right on target with you. You know, Howie's coming in here today, who's going to be on America's Got Talent with me, and I'm going to even say to him, I've noticed in season 2 that Howie spent a lot of time promoting his personal Twitter account. And then I watched him on Piers Morgan a little bit yesterday, and he said beautiful things about me, and I love Howie, and I'm anxious to work with him. But he really is hell-bent on constantly announcing his Twitter account. And I'm going to suggest to him that this year on America's Got Talent, he doesn't do that. Because it becomes annoying to the audience.
I don't have carte
And it looks desperate.
I don't have carte blanche on this show at all. I don't have a zero.
Any blanche.
Any blanche at all.
Right.
Anything.
No, whenever you get a chance,
anything
it seems
I bring
like it's
up,
top.
it's something you're asking me about.
But it's uppermost on your mind, as Gary pointed out, to get the
now
plugs
you're
in.
reading my mind.
Well, here, I'll play you what Gary said. And I thought Gary was pretty much on the money here.
I feel like you're becoming like Jackie, like you're crowbarring in plugs, and I feel like it's become about plugging everything that you do. You don't reel it in at all, and it's getting tedious. And I almost feel like Howard's the sleeping tiger, and you're poking him. One day he's going to get up and it's just going to go, enough of this shit already. And I'm not sure what the end game is like. Like if it was for something, like is this song really super important to you? Like super important on a level that you're going to go all in with your plugs, because you can't plug like this forever.
I don't think. I mean, I don't know how to fight that. You feel that
not
way.
Not a fight.
No, I mean, I don't know how to argue that. What's the question? Is this song the most important thing in my life?
In other words, I feel like I feel like you're taking whatever you put in the bank as far as goodwill on how much you can plug something, and you're putting it all in on this particular project.
I think a lot of things that you guys think I do to seek attention on the show, I'm not. I'm just being myself.
But my question is, are you answer what I just said? Everybody, we all know that we have.
You're saying your question is, do you still beat your wife? Kind of question.
That wasn't what I said.
No, it's that kind of question that it presumes.
It's not.
It presumes some guilt.
No, it doesn't. I'm saying that you're taking all the goodwill you built up and you plug day and night. That's that's not bullshit. That's a fact.
No, but I don't think I do, Gary. I plug day and I do plugs on the show that we're given the opportunity to do.
You bring it up whenever you can, and you do whatever you can. Wait a second, and you do whatever you can to draw attention to having people talk. It's not an interpretation. It's a fact.
Are you talking about the writing on the hands, Gary?
At least, and you were very not truthful today. You did say to me off the air yesterday, I thought about taking off, and I thought, why should I do that?
I thought about that. The fact, like, I did it for a purpose of that. Hey, this is something like when I want to look at, I can look at it and it'll help me learn the lyrics. And then right before I got in work yesterday, I was like, fuck, you know what? They're gonna give me shit. They're gonna say, because they always think I'm doing shit for attention.
Right.
And I'm like, because they think that, maybe I should wash it, even though that wasn't the reason I put it on there. But I said, fuck that. It's something I would do for a purpose, not for the attention. I'm not going to just change things so they don't think I'm seeking attention. That's what I said. And I think that you took part of that, but you didn't take the full thing.
Well, I think you said, I thought of their feelings, and I thought of my feelings, and my feelings were way more important than what their feelings are. That's what I'm hearing.
No.
But that's what you're saying.
I'm saying that you would have listened to me clearly.
I heard you. Okay. I heard everything you said.
You thought I did it for a certain purpose. I said, that's not the purpose I did it. But it hit me before I got here that you would think that. But I said, you know what? What I'm doing is not a bad thing, and I did it for another purpose. I'm not going to change it just because.
I'll give you that you did it for whatever purpose you want. Say you didn't do it for the purpose of getting on the air. I'll give you that. But you realized that it was going to be a distraction, and you said distraction.
How is it a distraction?
Well, Benji, don't be fucking stupid. Don't that bullshit about. Of course it's a distraction. Everybody fucking noticed it and handed Howard a note. It's weird. You're fucking writing on your hands. It's odd, and everybody noticed it. Don't act like it's not weird or a distraction.
I don't think I don't think it's that weird or that much of a distraction.
It is a distraction because you hand me notes and things. I'm looking at your hands on that little machine there. You definitely,
and in all the years he's been here, he's never written anything on his hand.
No, but for Elisa Jordana, he's putting stuff on his hands.
You saw notes on my hand through this machine.
Yeah, I did. When you put all of a sudden I went, oh, wow, what's that? I thought it was weird, and then I went, oh, it's Benji's hand.
You really noticed it that way?
Yeah, I did. I noticed it. I'd forgotten. Someone had said to me, Benji's writing on his hand. I said, I'm just not going to deal with it. And then about about 2 hours into the show, or whenever I brought it up, 3 hours into the show, all of a sudden I saw, oh, there's something all over his hand, and then I couldn't ignore it anymore.
Okay, well, I'm sorry. I didn't know you could see it through the machine.
Yeah, but you know people can see it. You do know. In other words, a lot of your energy, where it was devoted more toward the show and coming up with funny angles, is more devoted now toward getting your girlfriend's career on target.
Writing on my
Gary's making a good point. It's something to think about.
Okay.
He don't fight it. Gary's a pretty astute guy. He's not doing it to pick on you. I really don't think Gary has a bad bone in his body. Out of all the vipers in this room, and believe me, there are many, I think Gary's the least.
Can I just say something?
Viperish.
My frustration with Benji is not over what he's doing so much, although there's a lot of it is that. But whenever you say to Benji, why are you doing this? He goes, I'm not doing that. You're crazy.
No,
and he doesn't acknowledge it. But you do know, would you acknowledge to me that you are very consumed with getting her career mentioned or on track or getting some sort of traction for her? Do you feel that at all?
To an extent, yeah, okay. but not like I don't feel it's out of some desperation to get her to love me. She loves me.
I think it's your cachet. It's what you bring to the table.
No, I think it's.
She's not attracted to you physically, but
she absolutely is.
She has said on my air that she was not.
Originally, when she met me, she wasn't, and I had lost.
And I think when a woman that you're attracted to says that, you say, "Well, what is my cachet? What can I do to convince her?" Now, I remember once you did that, once it clicked for you that maybe you could get her. You started going on CNN mentioning her name. You started to go to press conferences and screaming out the name of her songs.
That was
isn't it interesting? That's the shift.
No, it was
went from show focus to...
a funny thing to do on the press conference.
There was nothing funny on this show that you could have done the Howard Stern show related, but more...
It was a Howard Stern thing.
It isn't a Howard Stern.
When I went to the press
thing.
Conference,
it's more about Elisa's thing than the Howard Stern show.
When I went to that press conference, the Herman Cain press conference,
right?
I actually walked there with Lisa G.
Okay.
And I knew I didn't want to focus on the actual. It was his charges of sexual harassment.
Okay.
I wanted to do something kind of absurd.
And out of all the topics was your girlfriend's song.
I thought of it on the way over.
Right.
It was about we had about 15 minutes.
So what was upmost on your mind?
I was thinking, should I just start doing questions about the weather? And
you're like Hinckley, who has to impress Jodie Foster. Trust me, it comes off a little bit like that.
That wasn't the initial intent of that. Then I thought, oh, this will be funny if I just start
And lately, everything has been your girlfriend-centric. In other words, every bit has been sort of something to do with Elisa or your appearances with her. That's what Gary's talking about. And that's what Lisa G's saying. She's saying, chill out, take a pill, and be in the relationship. And you don't have to provide that all the time. And you know what? It'll take the pressure off of you.
But let's say, first of all, I disagree.
You'll enjoy your relationship more.
I disagree with the assumption that I feel I have to provide that. But let's say I did.
There's no doubt in my mind you do.
Okay. So let's say that's correct.
All right.
Why
else would every bit for the last couple of months have been about Elisa?
Why should Lisa in the newsroom,
Lisa G,
be mean to me, and especially mean to my girlfriend about that?
I can ask her that. That's a separate issue. I'm talking about you now. What's your motivation in this? And I'm telling you, you're insecure, and you don't think you can hold on to that girl.
That's not true.
Yeah, because out of all the topics in the universe, you picked to go to the Herman Cain press conference and talk about your girlfriend.
But that was.
And now, speaking of your girlfriend, here's Lisa G.
Your real
Lisa, your real girlfriend, the
The one
girl
who
you should
really
be with,
loves
the
you,
woman who
yes.
really loves you and who you should be with.
Thank you for hearing me.
Right.
I appreciate
Yes.
it.
No, I mean, to be no different. I mean, every guy is commenting on Benji. I don't know why as soon as you do, they say you're in love with him. But
Right,
I do hear back in the newsroom that you constantly, to the point that certain reporters have to put their headphones on.
Yeah, I've been a little consumed.
You've
That's
been
why I didn't
consuming.
cover it.
Right. They had to take you off the Benji story because you're consumed with it.
Right, like the firefighters who had to cover the 9/11 widows, and they ended up falling in love with them. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. You might be falling in love with Benji from covering him. You know, they had to police a G off the story.
Oh, my goodness.
They felt that she was getting too emotionally involved.
Happens.
Wow. Benji, that's power. See?
So you heard what I was saying.
You did make a good point.
Thank you. It's starting to feel tacky to me. And nothing against his girlfriend personally, because I don't know her.
Right.
So I feel that no other spouse or girlfriend here is doing what's happening. And it feels tacky to me and disrespectful to you. And the fact that she doesn't get it. Who's telling her, oh, keep doing it, keep doing it?
I see. So that's why you're critical of Benji's girlfriend as well.
Yes.
That she should say to Benji, listen.
Is this okay?
It's just a little embarrassing. Maybe you shouldn't be putting your job in jeopardy.
Yeah,
so
or
to speak.
is this all right with Howard?
Such as what,
right,
Lisa?
Right.
Everything.
Well,
T-shirts,
give me a specific.
videos.
Give me a specific thing.
Everything, the way it's feeling to me.
No, everything's not specific. So say
Well,
something.
she just said T-shirts and videos.
Okay, what?
She just said it. What are you not hearing? How many examples is
Okay.
she going to come up with?
So what's the video you're talking about?
Just everything I've seen, or every mention.
Name a video you've seen.
Oh, God.
Benji, I'm not going to argue with you.
That's some bullshit. She's saying she doesn't like a video. What video is she talking about?
I guess she's referring to YouTube and the song, and then you constantly mentioning where people can hear the song or buy the song.
Howard,
I think she's calling that a video.
They post videos on YouTube of them talking about a variety of things. I've seen 2 or 3 of them.
What's wrong? Wait, Lisa, have you done videos on YouTube of you and your cat?
I would imagine that Lisa would think, as a writer on the show, you might be more involved in the Howard Stern world than the Elisa world with your videos and your content.
So wait, she's upset about putting up videos on YouTube.
Yes.
Is that correct, Lisa?
That's part of it. It's
but
everything.
let's-
Or she'll say to me, "Did you see the Benji couture? It's a picture of her. Not
Lisa,
I can't even see
Lisa,
you on the
just
T-shirt." So it just
Well, there is a specific. Wait a second.
No,
Benji.
let me go
She
back
just-
to the first specific.
She gave you a great specific.
Let
You
me go
asked for
back
it.
to the first specific.
No, Benji, no.
Why can I address the first one?
Benji Couture is a picture of your girlfriend.
well, he's on it, but it's where's Benji? He's not even looking at the camera.
So
Right.
you don't like
And
the way
you-
I'm not
and
looking
she's
at
saying why she's critical of your girlfriend. I'm just interpreting. She's saying maybe the girlfriend would have said to you, Benji, we just started going out. You're already putting a T-shirt out with me, and you're calling it Benji Couture, and you're mentioning it to Howard's fans, and you're marketing it to Howard's fans.
Right.
It's a little bit embarrassing. She's saying, where is she in this, too? Like, she should say, gee, I don't feel comfortable.
Who, Lisa?
No, Elisa. That's what Lisa just said about the Benji Couture.
Okay, so you don't like that I put shirts
She
out?
didn't say she didn't like it. She's just saying it's odd.
Okay, but does odd give you the right to be mean to somebody?
I had an opinion. I had an opinion.
Right.
I can understand.
No, I know you've hired a personal publicist. I know you just did that. And I know that you have and I don't have a problem with that. I think you should build your career. But the sad part in this
You know I just
is
hired
that,
a personal publicist?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you?
I don't know. For sure, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you hired a personal publicist.
From what are you basing this on?
That John Lieberman told us you hired a personal publicist. He said he spoke to him. Sounds just like High Pitch Mike.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So, anyway, I'm not against that.
Right.
I'd like to see your career blossom. I've personally taken an interest in every guy who works here and seeing that their career blossoms.
I know that.
I'm a very big proponent of that.
I know.
I applaud John Hines' efforts. I applaud Ronnie's. Anyone I could see. Sal, Richard, you. I'm not against that. No one's jealous.
Right.
When it comes to your relationship with your girlfriend, I question whether or not you're feeling a lot of pressure to come through for her. It seems like there's a lot of Benji, Elisa bits going down, and a lot of thought going into the Benji Elisa promotion on your part.
Okay.
And I think that a lot of times it gets confused because when you could pick an opportunity like in CNN or one of these Herman Cain press conferences, it might even be one time funny to mention your girlfriend's name, but to constantly have it on your brain seems to indicate to me, psychologically, that you have a lot of internal pressure to be Superman to her.
Okay.
And I know that pressure. I'm not saying I'm foreign to it, but it's a sad kind of statement. It's a sad situation for you, to me. I think to Lisa and to some other people around here.
I don't feel that pressure, but I can't convince you that I don't.
Well, it's odd that out of all the millions of topics, that's the topic that keeps coming up. You came up with a T-shirt, and it's basically a picture of your girlfriend T-shirt with you kind of there, and it's called Benji Couture. And you kind of just met her, and it's a money-making enterprise.
Okay.
And, it's... I take advice from a guy who's had a pretty successful career. That's me. I'm not in the T-shirt business.
Right.
I don't sell T-shirts, and there's a reason I don't. But I certainly I'm not going to market a T-shirt about Beth and myself and sell it to my audience. Now, I know you're in a different situation, and you're hungry to get something going. But pick and choose. Even when you go out and record a bit that's going to be on the air, pick and choose what your comedy's about. Shouldn't always be about Elisa.
Sure.
All right. It's so on your brain that it could indicate that you're falling into the abyss of like, wow, I go home today and Elisa's gonna want to be in love with me because she got mentioned today on CNN, or there's a lot of pressure there. It seems to me.
Right.
All right. That's it.
And even if I say this stuff, what you're assuming is incorrect. I don't feel this pressure. But even if you were correct,
I don't think you're aware of the pressure.
Okay, that's absolutely possible.
Right.
I don't think I think you're ethically, Lisa, being wrong to be mean to me about it.
Why are you throwing it back on me? It's like you didn't even hear what Howard said.
And I don't think she's being mean.
Well, I don't. All right. Well, one, you don't.
She's critical of you and your girlfriend because she feels your girlfriend should say, hey, maybe do a reality check too and say, hey, Benji, some of this doesn't feel comfortable to me. But that's irrelevant. I'm talking about you. I'm not talking about your girlfriend. I don't know your girlfriend. And I think she's lovely, and and as Lisa made a good point. If she's going to have a big career, it can't all hinge on you feeling this like you can't be Colonel Tom in this situation.
Okay, but I don't. I felt there was several direct things with Lisa being mean to me about it. There's been some where you're kind of. It's a different role between you and I.
Right.
And
are you being mean, Lisa?
I had an opinion and I stated it, and then I apologized privately to Benji, saying I'm sorry if that hurt you. That's
Gary, is Lisa being overboard and mean?
I don't know. I mean, I heard the comment that she made. I think that she speaks for a lot of people who may not want to verbalize that, but I don't know whether it's mean. It's an opinion. It's not like I hate that fucking bitch. It's just like I think Benji's spending a lot of time.
Wait, Gary,
let's clear this up too. Do you have emotional feelings for Benji?
No, I think he's terrific. I think he's very talented.
Do you have romantic interest in Benji?
But I agree with you. I think he is an amazing comedy writer. He's 10 steps ahead of everyone. And so when he's trying to sing with Elisa, I think, why doesn't she, as his girlfriend, say, wow, you are so talented. Write a sitcom. You've got a lot of free time. Write some jokes. Exactly
well, that's
what
not
you
her
were
role.
saying.
That, you see, that's where you're overstepping.
All right, but
because that's not who she is. Or maybe she is that person. You don't know what she's doing.
But like I said to Benji, that's my issue.
Right.
That's what I said yesterday on the wrap-up show.
I think you were more on target when you said to Benji that she's going to make her own career, and you don't have. And you know what? Chill out and let things happen if they're going to happen. You don't have to constantly be promoting. You know. But I know you're spending a lot of time thinking about Benji. That's why they took you off the story. Because I heard that on late Friday night you were texting John Lieberman about the Benji T-shirts. I mean, it's a Friday night. You're home. Yes. You're overly involved.
Well, not anymore.
Right. They took you off it.
They took me off it, and you're discussing it now. I feel so much better.
Right.
I feel like someone heard what I was trying to say, so it makes me feel good.
You were saying that the judgment was you can't be professional about this issue.
No, that's not what I said. My boss thought it would be better if John covered the story because it was a live performance.
I'm busy doing the news.
Why? Why are you not weighing in?
I could care less about Benji. I'm with the audience.
Well, listen.
Too much Benji.
You think you're disgusted. You don't want to hear about Benji and his girlfriend.
Benji is not real about anything. Benji's not in touch with anything. No. Why are you having a discussion?
What am I not real about, Robin?
I'm not getting into it. I'm talking to Howard.
Well, maybe Robin makes sense. Why am I involved? I did get caught up.
I don't know. You know what?
I got to think about that for a second. I'm sucked in again. Well, I got sucked in on the wrap-up show.
I started to say something in the middle of all this, and then I said maybe it's going somewhere, and then I just started doing the news.
I see.
Robin.
Well, all right. Well, maybe you make a good point.
Robin, what? You know,
maybe all of this.
Don't call my name, Benji. I'm not.
What happened to you, like trying to be a better person and not quote emasculate people?
My own business.
I called on her.
I talked to Howard about this.
I called on her.
Pretend you're not here.
I'm here, and when you say something again,
pretend you're not here.
When you say
Benji,
something,
why don't you pretend you're not here?
When you say
that's
something,
not emasculating.
Very helpful.
I don't think you emasculated.
What am I not
him.
real about, Robin?
Well, listen. Robin maybe just made the best point of all. Again, I got caught up.
I agree. I don't completely fit in here, but you guys make me a scapegoat, and you pigeonhole me in a certain way that.
No, I was actually interested in helping you today. I thought Lisa made some good points on the wrap-up show, so I brought it up to Robin, and then I brought it up to you. And I thought that Gary made some good points. I hadn't really been thinking that much about you, and then when I heard the wrap-up show, I became intrigued in this. So, but Robin just made me think of something even the bigger picture. Who the fuck cares about any of this? So she could be right on, and I could be completely off on this. Yeah, but meanwhile, I'm weighing in with my 2 cents. I could be completely wrong.
Here's my point. Benji doesn't take advice.
Right. Why am I wasting my breath is what you're saying. It's true. You know what? You're right. God bless you.
Okay, goodbye.
All right, goodbye,
I've
Lisa.
got things to
All
do,
right,
big
yes.
stories to cover.
All right, let's talk about Fred. Now, there's a topic everyone loves. Good. You gave me a reality check. Okay. All right, good for you. Score 1 for Robin. It's true. Here it is, 31 minutes into the show.
And it's wasted air.
Now, Robin, the deal is you don't like me, and so you get angry.
He's trying. He's
getting to you.
Trying.
You're going to get sucked in.
I'm not going.
No, you talk to him now, and then I'll yell at you that you're wasting the audience's time.
I'm cured.
Do you like Benji? I just want to know.
I love Benji.
You do?
I love him.
All right, good. All right. Well, there's your answer. You can't talk to her, but I can. What else do you want to know from Robin?
I can't wait till how I'm treated when you really love me.
No, we all like you.
Things reached the boiling point today between you and Lisa.
Yeah.
I mean, the gloves came off, and not that it got nasty, but it got very real and very honest. And can this relationship be repaired? Or are you just so pissed off at her that it's almost like she's trying to cockblock you?
All right, guys, remember no cell phones.
Yeah, I think I have an open. I don't like some things Lisa has said and done, but doesn't mean I have a permanent dislike of her. I like her, and we'll see what happens.
She made the prediction to me earlier that you and Elisa will be broken up by May at the latest.
Well, that's cool. I mean, I think it's very easy to predict couples will break up because most couples do break up. Very few stay together. So I don't feel that we will, and I hope that we're not. But if we are, it'll be because, that's how things evolve.
Do you think she sort of threw you under the bus in Howard's eyes, and that she brought to light some things about, you and the Stern Show and publicity, and sort of painted you in a very negative light earlier?
I think she threw me under the bus.
Yeah, like she really, from my standpoint, I think she has some feelings for you, or at least a very strong liking of you, and that's why she's so put off by this relationship. But she spun it as like a Howard. It was an insult to Howard.
Oh, I see. So was she like?
Yeah, she threw your job under the bus.
Oh, yeah. Maybe. Yeah, I think she has personal feelings, and she's trying to rationalize it. I think, yeah. So I don't know if I would say throw her under the bus, but yeah, she's trying to rationalize some personal feelings and find reasons that are not legitimate to castigate me.
So you want to lose all this weight and change your look, but it's not easy being a sex symbol around here. The women, it's driving them nuts.
We're the guys. Yeah, some of the guys too. So.
Yeah, including me. All right, Mr. Bronk.
Thanks.
Lisa, today everything sort of came to a head. This has been building up for months and months and months. You mentioned at the end of the interview, now I feel better.
I do, because Howard heard what I was saying, what Gary was saying, and that makes me feel that I wasn't just talking into thin air, that it made some sense. But the issue is Benji's not hearing it, and I think it's making him angrier. So I bet you he's angrier at me now.
Is this the closest you've ever come to an interview subject in your career?
Probably, but we work so closely here, but I think it was a good thing I didn't go and see them play. I would have liked to, just to hear what the music was, but I just don't understand why he feels he has to sing with her. It just feels so phony to me.
But is he really hurting anyone at the end of the day? Is he really damaging Howard's reputation or anything?
No, he's not, but it just feels so tacky to me and disrespectful to Howard. There's a line that you shouldn't cross, and it bothers me that she hasn't said, like, ooh, maybe this is a little too much, or what does Howard think? Ooh, I'm doing T-shirts now with really, it's my picture. It just doesn't feel good to me. And so I'm glad I said what I needed to say.
Do you think Benji will ever forgive you for your hardline stance on his relationship?
Yes, when she breaks up with him.
You'll be there with open arms?
No. No, I won't.
A shoulder to cry on?
No, he can't have my shoulder. He'll have my support in whatever he decides to do, but maybe he'll see it when she dumps him. And look, these words might come back and bite me if they get married, but
I was going to say, do you think she will, if you were a betting woman, would you say that Benji will be dumped by Elisa eventually?
Yes. May.
You're predicting by May?
Yes.
All right, you heard it here first.
Okay.
Thanks, Lisa.
Bye.
Bye.
This is the best of the wrap-up show. A recap and behind-the-scenes look with John High and Gary Dell'Abate. The best of the wrap-up show begins now.
Hey, it's Gary Dell'Abate. On Monday's wrap-up show, we were talking about who's the bigger superfan, Marianne from Brooklyn or Bobo. And then Bobo called in, and we talked to him about how crazy he is about the show. And then we gave him sort of a Sophie's choice. If he had to give a kidney to Howard or his wife, who would he give it to? You'll be shocked at the answer.
We should talk about this Bobo Marianne from Brooklyn. I think that's a good battle when you really think about it. Who's the more passionate fan, Gary?
Bobo's probably a tiny, they're pretty close. Bobo might be a little bit more passionate, if you will. Passionate's one word, crazy's another. But, you know, for Marianne's a woman, and they're both leaving, so I said to myself, okay, they're both leaving their family. But when a woman leaves her family behind, like to get up, you know, to before the kids even wake up, and so somebody else has to get the kids off to school, I think she's probably making a little bit more of a sacrifice.
I kind of looked at it the same way, but in a more extreme way. And I do think, when I think of what love means, I think Marianne loves him more. But when I think of who is I think Howard could say to Bobo, I want you to give up your life, you know, move in with me and be my slave. And I think there's a good chance Bobo would do it. I don't think Marianne would do it. I don't think Marianne would give up her family.
Benji's got something there.
Yeah.
Marianne loves Howard, but she does love her family too. Bobo loves his family, but he might love Howard a little more.
Okay, so if Howard asked Marianne to live in his apartment for a month, you don't think Marianne would do it?
For a month?
I think for a month, yeah. I think she'd do it for a month.
But I think Bobo would do it for a lifetime. Yeah.
Bobo, is that true?
Hey, how you doing there, guys? Absolutely. I mean, if you speak to John Lieberman, he was at my house for 3 hours, and he interviewed my wife briefly because she doesn't really like camera stuff. And she says, actually, Howard comes first in our lives, and we're second. But, no, I put...
Bubba, what's a discussion with your wife? Like, if you say to your wife... But see, it's weird because, like, you don't go to, like, Letterman. You don't hang outside Letterman. You don't hang around a lot. You have you're sort of into the show in a different way. You don't attend a lot of stuff, do you?
Well, you know what it is. I'm out here on the island, and it's it's cost of expensive too to get there. And I'm way out here. It's not like I'm in the city,
but
nearby.
Marianne's not in the city.
Well, she's in Brooklyn. It's part of the city.
Yeah, but it's not easy for her to get here, and she's got
kids.
Oh
no, I'm not saying it's easy.
And she's got kids she's got to get off to school or pick up from school, and she's not doing that to do this.
But I would imagine it's easier for Bobo at home because he could still have a relationship with his family, yet follow the show as crazily as he does.
Right, but like her kids are grown, and I got a 5-year-old. It's a little bit different. But we're both crazy. I think it's a photo finish. It's almost like a horse race. You know what I mean? You don't know. It's right there, neck and neck. You got to give up props too.
What's the worst argument or disagreement that you had with your wife over something having to do with the show?
I think it's the amount of time that I spend. You know what I mean? Like, I have to learn to, like, we're out to dinner or something. She says, you're always working. I love Howard, but you're always working to dinner about the show. Could this be about us? I go, you know what? You're right. And then I got to catch myself.
Was there?
It's just shutting that switch off.
Was there ever a specific incident or event that happened where you chose the show over something at home?
Yeah, going to the Superman round table, which I'm doing Wednesday. We had something planned. I go, listen, hon, I got to do this. She knows how passionate I am.
Well, like here's a perfect example. Like Valentine's Day is coming up. So if you guys had made great plans for Valentine's Day, but then you found out that Howard's doing, something for America's Got Talent on TV on Valentine's Day, and you don't want to TiVo, you want to watch it. Is it one of those things that you would fight about, or do you just assume your wife is going to understand that that's what it's got to be?
Well, on a day like that, no, it's got to be dedicated to her, because she is passionate. Been patient with me with everything I do, But there have been times where I got caught up, and I did, that did take precedence over what we were doing.
The classic Sophie's Choice question, like they both need your kidney to survive, and one's going to die, one's going to live. Who do you give it to, Howard or your wife?
Oh, my God, you asked me that question. I would have to go to my wife because, she's the mother of my kid, but, I love Howard so much, man. I don't know.
Howard would be gone, Bobo, if you made that choice.
And if you make him survive, he'll know the rest of your life you're the one who did it.
Yeah, I can't make him die. No.
Would you give one to each and just let yourself die?
Wait, you can't.
Yeah, I'd probably do that.
You can't make him die, so you'd let your.
No, I can't. I can't let either of them die. I think I just check out.
No, so seriously, you got to do one or the other.
One. You got to pick one.
Got to pick one. Oh my God. I know my wife's going to kill me, but I got to go with Stern. No, I can't. I can't because she's the mother of my kid. You know what I mean? I'm not that far off. If I didn't have my kid, it's different.
Yes, John Lieberman.
Even though I love my wife, but still.
Well, you guys will get a kick out of this. I spent a lot of time with Bobo. Bobo's therapist told him that he needs to do something to back off the show a little bit. So Bobo suggested maybe he won't listen to the wrap-up show live. Maybe he'll just listen to it on replay.
Hey, Bobo, what's up with that?
That was what the concession he would make to his therapist. But I interviewed his wife as well. It's a very telling interview. She says she understands that she knows she will always be second. She will never be Howard Stern in his life.
Yeah, Gary, I guess that's the bargain you make if you're going to marry Bobo.
Well, that's true, too. When you guys got married, because I remember meeting your wife when you guys were dating, so she knew very well what she got into, correct?
Oh, yeah. I didn't introduce until I was in Huntington at a restaurant there, and I said, oh, by the way, I'm, do stuff for the show. And, I gracefully worked it in that way. So she knew who I was.
If we talked about this, stop me. Was there a Mrs. Bobo before the current Mrs. Bobo?
No.
Oh, so this is your first wife?
Well, no, this is my second wife, but my first wife did not. I was Bobo, but she hated the show. She hated Stern.
Oh, I see. So she just didn't go by the name Mrs. Bobo.
No. And Dawn's proud. She's proud to say that because she loves Howard.
But did
the
show have any effect on the ending of your first marriage?
Yeah.
absolutely.
What happened?
Absolutely. She taught. I had now it wasn't a shrine like I have now, but I had stuff on the walls and stuff like that. And she used to get crazy at times. And enough with Howard Stern. We go here, we go there. It's always about Howard Stern. And she tore my stuff down. I go, that's crazy. You don't do that to me. I worked my damn ass off, and I said, this is my enjoyment. I said, I'm out of here. You know, and that wasn't the deciding factor. But you know what? I gotta find someone who likes the same interest I have.
Wait, Bubba, you walked out on her, or she walked out on you?
I walked out. I said, I'm done, and she wanted me back, but I said, I'm done. I'm out of here.
Did you pack up the shrine as you walked out?
Well, I didn't have like a per se shrine. I had everything in boxes and tapes, but now it's full. You know, John could tell you everything's displayed. You know,
the shrine is bigger than most New York City apartments.
Is that right?
Just the shrine. Oh yeah,
it's huge. And you know, my wife was very good about that, taking a part of our home. And you know, I didn't even notice. She's surprised. She goes, you know, we had workers come in do the work, and she goes, I go, what's this gonna be for Nick? And she goes, no, that's for you. I go, you kidding me? He goes, no, I know how much you love the show.
Bubba, what's the one item that you own that is in your mind the greatest item, artifact, or piece of memorabilia from our show?
Probably the Leroy Neiman, replica, which is signed and framed. I like that, and that's probably a dead heat with the Crucified by the FCC box set. That means a lot to me too.
And that's signed also?
Yeah, I think so.
You're trying to acquire Casey's foot. Hey, Bubba, why does your therapist think you need to back off of the show?
Well, because, you know, my wife told him things like, he's too crazy, maybe you can get him to calm down with it and, you know, have time. So what I did is, like, after you guys are off, I put on the dad hat, and then I do what I got to do, you know what I mean? And I become, you know...
And do me a favor, if anything, you should listen to Black on Black on delay. Stick with the wrap-up show live.
Yeah, keep us live, Bobo.
Or
No, I will.
or Riley
I love
or
you
something like
guys.
that. Or Jackie. Listen to Jackie on delay.
All right, thanks for calling in. John, can you give us a quick description of the shrine?
Oh, I mean, it's almost hard to describe in words. I mean, everything that Howard's ever done, said. Bobo has notes dating back 25 years, his own personal handwritten notes that are dated with the questions that he wants to ask when he calls in. Piles and piles of notes, cassette tapes dating back 25 years. He's recorded every call that he's ever made to the show. He's recorded in some way, shape, or form. He went and got a new memory card for his cell phone, a $200 memory card, because all of his calls are programmed in as ringtones on his phone, and the phone couldn't handle all of the calls, so he got an extra card. I mean,
What do you mean all of his calls are programmed as ringtones?
He has all of his calls that he ever made, the recordings of them, rotate as his incoming ringtones. So it might be a Bobo call from 10 years ago. The phone rings, it's that. Then the next call comes in, it's a Bobo call from 5 years ago. I mean,
Wow.
it is so eye-opening. The big difference, I think, about he and Marianne is addicted to the channels as a whole, anything surrounding Howard 100 or Howard 101 or any of that. Bobo is more focused on just Howard. And in other words, Marianne listens to all the shows on the channels.
So doesn't that in some way make her the bigger fan?
It's an interesting question. I think there's debate on both sides.
Well, who do you, if you had a vote, who would you pick?
It's hard because I think Bobo is more addicted. I mean, the guy got... It was like he was cutting out alcohol when he just quit this job. I mean, he got...
So you think Bobo loves the show more?
I think
than
Bobo is
Marianne
more
does?
physically addicted, but I think Marianne is more it's hard.
I think of it same like I think Bobo. It's more, and this is gonna sound negative, like a pathology. Whereas Marianne is choosing to love the show.
Bobo quit a job, a good paying gig,
because he couldn't listen to the show.
Because he wouldn't get to the show until 9 o'clock, and he told his boss, "This messes with my routines. I just can't do this."
That's a super fan, Gary.
Well, with Benji's thinking, if Marianne's choosing to love the show, and if with Bobo it's a pathology, then clearly Bobo is the bigger fan. If you're going to buy into that.
One other thing that was interesting to me was Bobo actually has a work history and an employment history and all these commendations. He was with the Postal Service for 37 years. And the only time...
That explains everything.
He was with the Postal Service. He retired from there. He has a binder, like, hugely thick with all of his Employee of the Month awards, this and that. The only time he ever got in trouble at work was for listening to Howard. His supervisors would write him up because he would be caught in a truck when he was supposed to be working listening to Howard.
But it is like the signs of alcoholism. Like, has this ever interfered with your job? You know.
I just love, like, some guys are at work and they're doing blow in the post. Some of them are getting blowjobs, and he's just listening to Howard.
On Tuesday's wrap-up show, we had the graffiti artist David Cho, who became the multimillionaire from his the Facebook IPO, and we talked about his appearance on the show. And John Hine and I got in a big argument about the doubling gambling method, which I was shocked that John thinks that works in casinos, and it mathematically works if you have an unlimited amount of money, but it chances are, very much so, that you'll go broke if you do it in a casino. And the fact that John didn't understand that, I was shocked and pleased by it, because I like feeling a little smarter than John about this.
And our featured guest was artist David Cho, and
we should talk a little bit about how he got here in the first place.
Okay.
So it started out where somebody sent an email to Howard's assistant, Laura, who forwarded it to me, but I had seen the article on the cover of the New York Times that morning, so I sort of knew the story already. Pitched it to Howard, and Howard's like, this sounds like a pretty cool story. Let's look into it. So I thought it was going to be more like a phone call. I didn't realize how big the story was. David found out that there was interest. We find out that the whole world wants him. Everybody wants him. And all he wants to do is Howard. You know, it's like at Splash. Anybody here from Penthouse? And so he wants to do Howard. And so people like ABC, I think, flew him in. And then there was a whole thing going on over the weekend where the ABC people were trying to get us to pick up the tab for some of it. I'm like, hey, he wants to do our show. He said he'd fly himself in for us.
he was thrilled to be on the show today.
So we decided to have him in live. And then only after we decided to have him in live did Will do a little research on him and said, holy shit, this guy's going to be a great guest. We wanted him on solely for the Facebook story. We thought that would be enough. Then, Will says, he's in jail. He's punching himself in the face, drawn with blood. And then we found out it'd be awesome.
Oh, he's in jail in Japan.
Right.
And the whole gambling thing fascinated me. And Will, you should come down and talk about this because I know you were also fascinated by it. And then he came in with that painting. He did the artwork on
that painting
on the
was
wall.
amazing, by the way. The one he did for Howard,
Yeah.
I loved it.
And he did the artwork on the wall in the green room, and he was a really interesting guy. But I was watching Howard sort of relate to where he was coming from, and Howard would talk a little bit about his philosophy in life, and Dave's like, yeah, but why not live it up? You've got this, you've got
Right.
that, enjoy it. And he's like, well, one day you may not feel this way.
Right. I was surprised because I think a lot of people liked him, and I spoke to my wife right before we came to wrap up, and I wondered what she would think of him because he was talking about banging broads and doing this and everything. She goes, God, that guest was so good. But the thing about him that Howard loves, the greatest thing you can bring to the show is to be completely unfiltered, and I think that totally describes him. He sat down. Howard wanted to talk about Facebook. He goes, before we talk about Facebook, let me talk about how I learned how to jerk off in a Japanese prison.
Right. He came prepared. There's no doubt about that. But the question I put to you guys is, do you take the $60,000 or do you take the shares in Facebook? And keep in mind, guys, nobody knew what Facebook was at this point.
Most people are going to take the money. He doesn't seem to care about anything. Even like Will and I were talking about how he's going to go do ABC, and he says, well, I want Barbara Walters to interview me, and I want her to do graffiti with me. And Will just said, which I got out of the interview, it's amazing what you can accomplish when you don't give a fuck. Like if ABC said to him, no, he goes, fine, I don't want to do it. So when you don't care, I think you can get a lot of stuff done.
Do you respect that kind of attitude, JD?
Yes. Yeah. I would love to be able to say, fuck you. I get what I want. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. I like that.
And did you know he was a big fan of yours?
He's a big fan of the show. I don't know if he's a big
But he liked you because, he likes you. He doesn't like Eric the Midget, so he's got his likes and dislikes.
Yeah, well, he's a good man. I respect his opinion in that sense. He's his mind must go a million miles a minute. That's what I was thinking.
I liked him on the show, but I could tell that Howard wanted to let him be him, but it was hard to keep him on the tracks because he could go off in a lot of directions. That's why Howard's such a great interviewer. Give him a little room, but bring him back.
And he had some paint on his hands. I wonder if he was like out painting before he came on the show.
He might be. The guy.
Well, he said he did. I don't know, like if sometime in the last day or two, he did that Beetlejuice thing on somewhere down in Chinatown. Like he did a graffiti Actually, he said his landlord asked him to, like graffiti a wall.
Now, what about the struggle he has? Most people, you're on the front page of the New York Times. You're like, wow, great. He's like, no, I don't want people really knowing about this part of my life, because before this moment, he was living a pretty good life, completely under the radar.
More money, more problems. Sorry. I'm sorry. Give me that look all you want, John. I thought it was funny.
You going to go to Vegas and hang out with David?
I don't know.
I'll teach you how to turn $500 into $1 million.
Yeah. I doubt Howard would be flying me to Vegas with him, but
I was really curious. I don't know how much he thought out the decision of like 60,000 versus the shares.
I don't think he thought it out much at all.
But I wonder if he really took it like thinking, hey, this is gonna become this big thing. I'm gonna make so much more of it. Or
he kept saying over and over he believed in Sean Parker. He believed eventually Sean Parker was gonna.
But I wonder if
that
that was his reason for keeping the shares and not taking the money.
That's what
he
thought.
said. He said he could have really used $60,000 at that time, but that he thought Sean Parker was cool enough and interesting enough and smart enough that he was banking on him. But that's a lot of faith.
Yes, absolutely.
Especially, it's a lot of faith in light of the fact that Sean Parker had already been with 2 companies before that.
And didn't pay.
And they couldn't pay.
Yeah.
And wasn't like MySpace? It was around, and who knew that would be not as good as Facebook?
Well, at the time, Facebook was popular within those small colleges that, not small, but the colleges that had it, but it hadn't exploded onto, the big scene, so to speak. David in Connecticut, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, guys, how are you?
Good, how you doing?
Hey, good. Hey, listen, guys.
Hello?
Uh-oh.
He was going to say David was lucky.
Yeah.
But sure, there's some luck involved, but he's done a lot of things, and it can't all be luck.
Well, what about him?
Although Benji said that that David reminded him a lot of Hurley on Lost, where just everything he touches goes right before it goes wrong.
Except for the success part. He actually reminds me a lot of myself. But his gambling thing strategy, which it's great. It's great that it worked for him, but that doesn't work. I mean, it's like someone saying, like,
why doesn't it work?
Well, statistically, probability wise, it won't work. You'll go broke trying to keep doubling and putting money away. If he had done the same, you could do the same thing in 24 hours that you spread over 24 weeks of his strategy. It doesn't make a difference. Like strategically, probability-wise, you would always end up losing. But he was a small percentage. It's like someone saying, hey, I'll smoke a lot of cigarettes to beat this cancer.
Why
someone it's going to work for.
Well, I don't want to get in a detailed math discussion here, but why would he always end up, if he walks away after he wins every time, why would he end up losing?
I think Benji's saying that the winning every time is pretty much some luck, not necessarily a strategy.
The casino, it always slightly, he said it's close to 50-50, which
Right.
it is for a lot of the games. But it's also the edges to the casino, and eventually you always lose. And if you keep doubling, you can't double to.
Well, you have to have a
eventually
bankroll.
won't have enough money to double.
You need a certain size bankroll to do it. But if you bet 100,
but it's
200,
not
400.
obviously it's not a guaranteed thing. Otherwise, we could just always do it. It's guaranteed if you can unlimited double, that you'll eventually win.
Okay.
But you can unlimited double.
It's funny, just getting off track for a second. John and I were in Vegas.
We were on track.
John and I were in Vegas a couple of weeks ago. John was cashing in some money that he won, and we're online. And there were these 5 people in front of us who had just crazy, dumb luck. They had bet some crazy bet on the craps table. That's like one of those once-in-a-lifetime bets. And one girl who's like 25 years old had $80,000. The guy next to her had $60,000. The guy next to him had $55,000. And John and I were just in awe of this ridiculous bet that you just fucking hit.
And then I ran over to the craps table and bet it because, I mean, it's a feature bet. You got to roll every number but a 7.
You went to the tree that just got hit by lightning, hoping it would hit again.
Absolutely. Absolutely. The odds on that are incredible.
Do you really think he has a system that works?
Yes.
It's simply, you really do?
I really do.
All he's doing is let's say it's a $5 bet. He loses. Then he doubles it to 10.
Right.
He loses
Right.
again. Then he doubles it to 20.
Right.
And then when he wins, he says, you know what? I've won money. I'm gonna go take it and I'll wait till next week to start again.
Right.
It doesn't work. It could statistically it's gonna work at maybe, I don't know, a third of the 13th millionth of a time, but it doesn't work.
All right. We'll debate this during the break. but I'll show you how I think it works.
You gotta be crazy. Are you being serious?
Yes, I'm being serious.
You're like supposed to be so smart.
Joe, do you think?
No, I'm not that
Do you think that? Because Benji was making a point. I'm curious. Do you think that the system works because he waits a week? Rather, like Benji
No.
was saying, you could do the whole thing in 24 hours.
I think if you have a large enough bankroll, eventually
Yes,
it
of
works.
course.
That's all I'm saying.
No,
Wait,
no. But no one does have a large enough bankroll.
He does?
No, he doesn't.
Okay. Matt in Boston, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, what's up, guys? How are you?
Hey, Matt.
Hey, I just want to say I thought that interview was so well done by Howard. I think there were a lot of parallels between risk taking early in his career with the same way Howard did his too, in terms of being a risk taker and not giving a fuck what people think and just doing your own thing. And I don't think there was much thought put into taking the $60,000.
I agree. I think he's very impulsive. I think it's like he can look at it now, but he's like, you know what? I like that dude, so I think I'm going to take the shares because I just like him. But I don't think he labored over it over a period of a week.
The other part of the interview that I loved was how he decided to start charging more for his art. And basically, he said, I could sell these for $1,000, but if I charge $10,000, $100,000, whatever else, it's going to appeal more to an elite group, and that's has a lot to do with his success.
Agreed, but I think a lot of people have that idea. I think you have to have some talent too.
Agreed.
You can't just start drawing shit and going, with stick figures going, I'm going to charge $5,000, although that'd be a great social experiment.
Dustin in North Carolina, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, guys. I mean, that was basically my question. I mean, the IPO versus $60,000 is one, but to even pay $60,000 for any work. I mean, I know he's talented. Gary, you said that you love his work, but how much would you be willing to pay for that work that you just saw today?
Well, yeah, again, art is a really hard thing to put a value on, but there's two things. There's two reasons why people buy it, either just for the love of it or because it's a good investment, and the investment is whatever the market will bear. Somebody paid $140 million for a Jackson Pollock painting. Do you think it's worth it? I couldn't afford it. Well, but I know somebody bought a Van Gogh some years ago, and it had broken the record for the most that anyone ever paid. And people said, "You're crazy, you're nuts." And like 7 years later, it had doubled in price.
Well, he talked about walking into a hotel lobby and looking up and saying, "What is this piece of crap?" And they've paid, X amount for it, and you're like, "Oh, then I guess it must be good," which is the tricky part with art. I mean, is it subjective? Is it objective?
I mean, I joked around and I said, so he drew that whale thing in the green room, and it's very possible it's very valuable because he drew it. But if you didn't know he did it, and I told you that Shuli did it, then what value does it have at all?
No, it's got to be valuable. Scott's over there with a rock hammer right now trying to get the wall off.
But I mean, it wasn't so intricate. But again, I always say, like, I love Keith Haring, and people always say, "Oh my God, that's so simple, anybody could do it." I go, yeah, but he did it first, so that's what makes it interesting.
There's also got to be a factor with private collectors, anyways, where it's almost like look what I have that you don't type of feel. When they go and spend this kind of money.
I always think, how hard could it be? Because isn't Sylvester Stallone like one of the great art collectors of all time?
That says it all.
Have you, JD or Benji, have you ever implemented the reverse whore trap he was talking about?
What was the reverse whore trap again? I forget.
Tell a girl you'll paint her?
Yeah. I don't know how to draw, or I would.
No. Hold on. I can fix this. I haven't done it, but I know people who have been affiliated with us who have, and it's very simple. You do have the reverse whore trap thing going. I'll get you on the show. I've never told anyone I'll get them on the show, and I never implied it. But I know other people who work with the show have given people the idea that they may be able to further their career. Oh, sorry.
Work
Benji.
on the show.
but that they may be able to further their career or get them on or help them in some way.
And it's not even people who work for the show. Look at last week we had Ass Napkin Ed on with a porn star.
I know, exactly.
He's gotten laid more than I have from the show.
He absolutely has.
What made him seem dicky was, but he would put it out there, but then not paint them. Like, why not paint them?
Because he's bored.
I mean, that's the part that seemed really kind of mean.
He just wanted to bang him. Greg in Kentucky,
but
you're
they
on
were
the
looking
wrap-up
for,
show.
but they were looking for something for nothing as well.
Right.
Hey, Greg.
Hey guys, I think they should call David Cho Principal Media. Man, that's a funny fucking Korean.
I didn't hear what he just said.
I just heard funny fucking Korean.
Yeah, he's a funny Korean.
He's funnier than hell.
Thank you, Greg.
Okay. I thought it was weird that, like, I don't know enough about Korean relations with other cultures to know, but apparently the Japanese hate the Koreans, the blacks hate the Koreans.
Well,
like, there's everywhere that everyone hates the Koreans, according to him.
At the end of the interview, he said he wanted to be Prince of all media, Kim Jong-stern. And Howard asked him, "Did you sell any share?" He said, "Yeah." And then, but he didn't want to reveal how much of the stock he sold.
It was interesting. It was the one thing he wasn't willing to talk about in the whole interview.
I
Talking
wonder
about jerking off and we banged and everything else.
Let's talk to Jack in Atlantic City. Jack, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, Jack.
Hey, that system, it'll work sometimes, but in general, I used to be a dealer. It doesn't work. If you start with $25 and keep doubling it, and if you lose 6 times in a row, you're putting up $1,000 just to win back your money plus the $25. You only win $25, you're up to putting $1,000 down.
Right, but if the guy's betting $2,500 or $25,000, if he's got a big enough bankroll, he can walk away with a little bit of profit.
But you can't keep. There's a limit, and the limit is about $50,000 unless you're an extremely high roller. And even then, I've seen guys lose 13 times in a row. It doesn't happen that often, but you can't. Over a long period of time, you can't win.
Jack, how long have you been dealing cards?
Well, I used that for 10 years. I used to.
Okay. How many systems have you seen that work?
None.
Thank you.
They're card counters. And then,
right.
But that's a matter of time too. That's a
No.
matter of time too before they get caught. Bill Maher had a great line about airport security. He says, "Get the casinos to run airport security. You can't even do math in your head and not get caught in a casino." You know.
I mean, somebody said once, there's a reason that those hotels look awfully nice in Vegas. You built them, and I get that. You're eventually going to lose. My point was, if you go with a big enough unit, you can walk away with something.
The whole trick is to get you to think you have a shot. That's the trick. There was a hotel where the Stratosphere is now in Vegas. Used to be Vegas World, right? They had a blackjack table that both the dealer's cards were face up. So you see the dealer's hand right from the start. But if there was a push, then you lose. So if you got a 20 and you see the dealer's got a 20, you got to hit because you're going to lose anyway. And that's a mind fuck. Same with the single deck blackjack game.
I'll tell you, seeing that 25-year-old girl in Vegas holding $80,000 was enough to make me want to go drain my bank account because it's possible.
Gary, I had a friend of mine who was a dealer. He was a craps dealer. He won $30,000 one night in craps. He comes to work the next day, and I'm standing at a dead blackjack game at the Barbary Coast. It's 3 a.m. I got hookers and cab drivers, and he comes up and he goes, "Just quit." And I said, "What do you mean you just quit?" He goes, "Becoming a professional gambler." And that was the last time I ever saw or heard anything about this guy. Never saw or heard anything about
I wonder if, like David Cho, he's got a suite in every hotel in Vegas where he's living. I mean, the guy, he's a high roller.
I mean, the classic story from the show, which we finally did end up telling on the air, was I will never forget the day Casey came to me and he said, "We need to go in the back room and talk." I hit a royal flush on goldenpalace.com. How much? Was it $340,000?
It was over $300,000.
Over $300,000. And he goes, "You know what? I'm going to pay off my bills and I'm going to buy an apartment." And I was like, great. It really, he was so happy, and it was like turn around. And 3 months later, he talked about how he couldn't pay his bills. I go, "What happened to that money?" He goes, "Oh, that's gone already." And I said to him, "How could that be gone?" And he said he started playing blackjack online because they don't send you the $350,000.
No, you have it on account.
You have it on account. They send you X amount per month or whatever. He was going to get $6,000 a month for like 5 years or so, whatever it was, some crazy amount of time. And in 3 months, it was gone.
It's all about the thrill. It's all about the
gambling.
gambling.
I guarantee you it was gone long before 3 months. Like, I guarantee you he went on a bender for like
he
a
was
week.
doing he was doing the blackjack thing. I would lose and I would double up and then I would double up again because the odds are with me, and it's just it's so ugly.
You barely have a shot at a real blackjack table. Video blackjack, you might as well just fucking throw money out the window.
Who's monitoring them?
Yeah, exactly.
What commission is looking at them?
That's the worst.
And Benji, you said you identified with David?
Yeah, I did. I thought the way his mind works reminded me a lot of me. The way my mind goes a lot of different places. I don't know. The things that people get annoyed about me, I think were there about him. He successfully did it. One, his story is fascinating, and the way he got to the good parts. Maybe I just never get to the good parts.
Do you value like freedom? He said.
Oh yeah, that's my biggest. That's definitely like always my thing.
Have you ever been incarcerated for anything?
Yeah.
And did it make you crazy?
Well, I was only for once for the or at least once for the show. Like one of the when I interrupted a reporter. Right. I was in jail for a couple hours, but they put me in they cuffed me and they put me in a cop car, then they put me in a cell, and it's very. I mean, I knew chances are I was going to get out, but that feeling is just to think about that is just so horrible.
And what about his struggle of trying to keep your life private, yet it's so difficult now with the Facebook thing that's happening?
Yeah, it's done. He said that Sean told him, that's the one thing you're never going to get back is your privacy. He may be able to fly under the radar if nothing else happens for a couple of years, but right now. He's at the top. Like, everybody knows who he is. Everybody wants him. And that I love just human nature that girl texted him. She's like, "If you give me $2 million, I'll blow you every day and night."
Which is crazy because she said like in a year. I mean, you could do the same thing for like 100,000.
If he lives to be 70, it'll be like $1 a blowjob.
Yeah, who's calling that broad over?
I also like how he had the tissues out when all the press was trying to get in touch with him, and he couldn't go to the door.
On Wednesday's wrap-up show, all we talked about was Scott the engineer. What's going on with his intern? Does she feel comfortable in there? Why is he so mad at Steve Brandano? And is he playing his son's band's music? Scott says no, he doesn't have a master plan, yet detailed all the stuff he planned out. So we tried to get into that enigma, otherwise known as Scott Salem.
Apparently there's some issues in Scott Salem's studio with his intern, with why he has an intern, with Steve Brandano. And I know other people were talking about what music's being played in there, so we'll see if anybody wants to come in here and speak their mind. It's an open forum here on the wrap-up show.
Open forums that got us in this trouble.
Yes. This was the first time in a long time I felt we got angry Scott, at least at the beginning when he first got in. He was fired up. And, Gary, I wonder if it's one of those things where if there's smoke, there's fire, or what do you think got under his skin so much? Was it his son? I couldn't figure that out.
I think that Scott feels that if an intern is in there, if he's going to have an intern, he's going to show them what to do and show them the ropes and everything, that there's a sort of an unspoken rule, don't stab me in the back. But there is some weirdness going on because it seems every intern Scott's had for like the last 2 years has done this to him.
Do you think it's because it gets noticed on the show and then they get involved somehow, or is it because that's just the way Scott is?
I don't know. I wonder if, I haven't taken too much shit on the intern show, and I don't know that you have, and I don't know whether it's because you're a good guy or whether because people are afraid to fuck with me, but that brings around to the point, maybe people just aren't afraid to fuck with Scott.
That could be part of it.
I think Scott is seen. Listen, I think Fia.
Yeah,
Fia. I like a lot. She's one of the interns I've gotten to know a little bit this semester. I like her a lot. I think she was being sincere, but I also think, I don't know if in this case, but I think in a lot of cases Scott's a safe target.
Yeah, but I think it was a sincere observation.
I do too, but I also think Gary, I think if an intern made a sincere observation about you,
they did, and I was really pissed, but I let it be.
And you might handle it in a smarter way.
Right.
But I think you'd be really, really angry about it.
I would be. I had. I still talk about the intern who wrote a poem about me and read it on the intern show about my Adidas jacket, about how I'm old and how I wear it every day, and I was just sort of like, who are you? But I was pissed about it, but then I let it be.
I also think Scott might have been pissed because what happens here a lot is you do something and then everyone decides this is the reason you're doing it. Oh, he's doing it to get attention for his son's
But Benji,
band.
see, this is part of a smoke screen that you put up a lot. When you do something, sometimes it is what it is. You're trying to say, oh, it always doesn't look the way it is, but sometimes it is exactly what it looks like.
Let's say he was playing his son's music
often.
But maybe he, like he said, he's really listening to it and working on it at the same time that he's doing.
Right, but that's what we're doing. What we're doing here is work for the show.
Right, but you guys are saying he's doing it to get attention for his son's music.
Either way, he's wrong. Either he's getting attention for his son, or he's working on his son's music here when he should be working on stuff for us. And either way, it doesn't work.
Well, he said when she was talking about that he was doing it 4:30 in the morning while he'd listen to something while he's pulling clips off the internet, and it doesn't have to listen to them audio-wise.
The other thing that struck me during this whole thing when you were in there, John Lieberman, was Scott saying, well, just get me coffee, like that whole attitude.
No, his son said that.
Yeah.
His son said that.
His son allegedly said it, I guess. I don't know if Scott has said that was his son who did that.
No, I interviewed his son, and that's how much this escalated. Scott came to me and said, look, my son is so pissed, he wants to speak out. So to a reporter, that's like, awesome, great. So I got him on the phone right away, and his son was very angry at the intern, both for her comments about what Scott was doing in his studio and also about her critique of his music.
See, the second one is an opinion, so it's hard to be mad at an opinion. Somebody says, I think you suck. You're like, yeah, okay, I don't think I suck. The first one is more interesting because how much does Scott's son know what he does here, what he's supposed to be doing and not doing?
And that's a very interesting, and I did ask him about that as well. And he admitted, he said, yeah, my dad listens to my music a lot, critiques it. So to me, it reinforced that Scott was indeed listening to the music in his studio.
John, so my question is, why can't you, I know Scott has about the same commute that I have, which is about 45 minutes to an hour each way. So why can't you critique it in the car?
Well, that's a very valid point. I mean, that is a valid point. What struck me today was Scott backed off a little. He came to me and said, look, I was really just baiting Brandano, meaning that he was playing the music when Brandano walked by just to goad Brandano into his reaction to get some airtime. But then when I pressed him about it, Scott, he said, no, I wasn't really baiting him. So it's sort of, his story is now all over the place, which he tends to do a lot.
Well, that's my question. Is this part of a master plan on Scott's behalf, where he's doing all this solely to get the attention for his son's band? And does he want him to be on America's Got Talent? Is there some sort of ulterior motive going on here that we're not aware of?
I think yes and no. I don't think that Scott is, I don't want to say not smart enough, but I don't think that he is enough steps ahead to craft this master plan. I do think, however, that he plays the music sometimes to get a certain reaction. I don't believe that he was baiting Steve. I think he was actually playing the music so that somebody would say, oh, what is that? And then it comes up on the air. So I think he wanted it to come up on the air. Now it has. So he has, in a sense, won because he wanted it. And look, I was part of it. I interviewed his son. To me, it's a good news story, the fact that his son is going after the intern.
But other than the fact that it wouldn't be, hey, that might be, we know Scott likes his son's band and wants his son to do well. Other than knowing that's human nature to want him to do well, do you have any proof that that's why he was doing it?
Proof that Scott was doing it to get attention for it?
Yeah.
No, but that wasn't what our piece was. Our piece was that Steve Brandano walked by and he heard the music all of a sudden, and Steve and based on what the intern had already said, the intern who has intimate knowledge of what goes on in that studio because she's there hours at a time, putting two and two together, it's clear that Scott, in some way, shape, or form, wanted attention to it. Why else would you play it that loud and not through your headphones?
Steve, of all the things that Scott was angry at, it seemed like you were really the one he was pissed at. Like, he was firing off on you.
He called you a bunch of names.
Yeah, I noticed that as well. Just the weird thing for me, and it goes back to something Benji said at the beginning, like, is Scott an easy target? Like, for the intern show, there's been way worse things said about Benji on this intern show than anything.
Too.
Well, but my point is, Rafia reporting that Scott's been playing the music and not saying that it's his son's band. She thinks it is. That's an interesting thing for us to talk about on the intern show.
Sure.
Now, yes, she did say it's not for me. It sounds like Creed, and that's not for me. So that is putting him down, I guess. But if this kind of a conversation gets that reaction from Scott, one, I don't think that's a shot at him as an easy target, and then I don't know what I'm supposed to talk about on the
First of all, I think
show.
it was good. It was good radio. It was interesting. I'm not saying. I think Fia. I love her. I think she's funny. She's a great storyteller. Way she told the story, and I thought it was all legitimate. I'm saying like a general thing over the years, Scott gets picked on much more than average by everyone from interns on
If he's going to start calling me a twerp and ignoring and giving his intern the cold shoulder over this and not those things, I think that's weird. I mean, I just don't see why all of a sudden I'm a twerp and he's not talking to his intern about this thing.
And Benji,
I think it's more of an explosion from over the years.
But with what you've said, a lot of those things have happened with Scott. Like you're saying, well, why is Scott always picked on? Correct me if I'm wrong, Gary, but these incidents did happen.
Right. In other words, it isn't like somebody made this up. Like I joked around today, I was talking to the news, and I say, Evan, who works for us, Evan's one of our engineers. Evan, how long have you been working for us? And he goes, 6 years. I go, how come nobody ever comes to me behind your back to tell me something goofy that you're doing? He goes, because I'm not doing anything goofy. I said, there's your answer.
The other question there, Gary, was, does Scott need an intern, and what does Scott's intern do? And Fia said, what'd she say? I get to the stuff that Scott can't. I forgot what.
It's a great word. What was the word she used?
Not that he can't reach or something along those lines.
It was
play or something.
No, she said a plus record, but she goes
the things that are inconvenient.
That's
for him to
the
do?
word. She said the things that are inconvenient for him. I don't think Scott should have an intern for a very simple reason. The last 4 or 5 seem to have annoyed the shit out of him.
That's not true. One of them has a full-time job here. Ryan, who was
right, but that was
Ryan was the first semester of Sirius.
Yes.
No. There's another Ryan.
Oh, okay.
Another Ryan.
But of your last 6 interns,
Ryan O'Connell was not your intern.
No, there's another Ryan. I forgot his last name.
So Ryan Rasmussen and Ryan.
Of your last, say,
Ryan Fuller,
6
yeah, Fuller.
interns.
Other than the ones named
So
Ryan.
he was 7 semesters ago.
No, he was not. He was like 2 semesters ago.
All right, let's not get bogged down.
It's not true.
Of your
Okay.
last 6 to 8 interns, how many of them would you say have been really made your life easier and you were happy to have them?
Rose.
6 out of 8 were fine.
That's
6 out of 8. My last
Scott,
one wasn't
Your
good.
last one was doing the same thing, Steve. I can't be on the intern show because Scott doesn't talk to me anymore. So that's 2 people in the last 2 semesters that have said it to me. If we want to go back just that far, because Rafia said it to me earlier this week, and he said it to me last time.
I don't threaten any intern to say anything, or not to say anything.
So why do you think Rafia feels that she can't do the intern show anymore?
I don't know. I never told her that she couldn't say anything that she didn't want to say.
Did you tell her that you were mad at her?
No.
Was there a level of uncomfortability in your studio?
Yes.
I'm going to tell you the definition of uncomfortability today. This is more of a visual thing, and I hope they show this on TV. And they can't even, because you need a wider shot to get this. While Howard's playing the clip of Rafia, goofing on Scott, Scott's sitting in his chair in his studio. Rafia sitting right across from him. There's a camera on Scott and a camera on Rafia, and then John is in there with a microphone trying to get any ambient sound that he could get, and everyone's just silent watching these two with cameras on. It's so uncomfortable.
Well, how do you address that issue, Scott? I mean, if it's uncomfortable in there, isn't it your responsibility as the guy who works here to make it comfortable?
I made it fine. She said yesterday she apologized for what she said. It didn't come out right. I never said that she couldn't say it.
But
I accepted the apology. I said, fine. All right, let's move on.
Did you give her the silent treatment for any period of time?
I didn't give her a silent treatment. I mean, she asked me some stuff yesterday.
And were you mad at her yesterday?
I wasn't mad. I'm just annoyed. I mean, I'm not pleased.
That when I approached you with it after the intern show, approached you with the story, you were upset. I mean, it's fine.
I was upset. I just said that. I was upset. I wasn't mad. I just didn't agree with her throwing me under the bus or throwing my son under the bus. She had no knowledge of my son's music other than the literally 10 seconds that she heard of it.
Do you feel like you were betrayed in some way?
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm trying to teach her shit, and she's trashing the shit out of me and my son. So, yeah, there is a little, betrayal right there.
What did she say? Yeah, she did not trash
trashing you and what you're teaching her.
Well,
and the
tattling
job.
on what I'm doing or whether I'm doing something wrong or what I should.
If you're not doing anything wrong, then it's not tattling.
Well, and if you had just said to her, yeah, this is my son's music, or this is something I'm pulling for Fred, that ends it. What was weird is that you wouldn't tell her, and that starts a conspiracy, and that's something that we want to talk about on the intern show.
Well, today when it came up, Steve's right. You said you didn't want to tell her because you knew it would turn into something like this.
Yeah, because if I say I'm playing my son's music, then I get yelled at. You shouldn't be playing your son's music. But
you play your son's music all the time.
No,
in the past.
I don't.
You have. We've talked about it before with other interns.
I haven't done it in...
I didn't say all the time or during work, but you play your son's music.
I did when it was new 4 years ago when he had new stuff. So
So that wouldn't have got you in any trouble. And it would have stopped the story, and we wouldn't be here right now.
Wait, but do you think Scott is being outrageous to say sometimes saying an innocent thing?
No, but
causes a lot
Benji,
of
it's like
trouble
when
around
we
here?
talk to you. If we ask you a question and you don't answer,
I play
then,
Scott's music.
Then stuff gets dragged out and becomes a story. If you answer it doesn't.
That's why it's a story 7 years later that you turned 40 when we got here.
Right. but Scott, are you saying that the only time you play your son's band's music was that 10 seconds for her, and you don't play it at all other than that?
I play it on my own time. Yeah, sure.
What do you mean by your own time?
My own time.
When she's in there.
Yeah.
No, coffee breaks.
Coffee breaks, or before 4 or afternoon, or whatever.
He gets in at 3:45 to play the music till 4.
And are you playing it so someone hears it and brings
Absolutely
it up
not.
on the
If I
air?
want to play it, or if I'm working on it, which I wasn't working on it.
What does working on it mean?
If I'm mixing it or trying to help him out, I was not doing any of that. Okay, I was listening for critique that he asked me for.
Were you baiting Steve Brandano? That's really all I want.
I wasn't baiting him.
Then why did you say that?
Because he assumed I was playing my son's music.
I got a
Because
question.
you wouldn't answer the question.
And you said it today.
I did assume
when you
you
walked
were
by.
playing it.
I was
Yeah.
playing my son's music. You
Yeah.
just said it on a few minutes ago.
Yeah.
I wasn't playing my son's
All right, I didn't know
music.
that,
It wasn't,
Scott.
well,
but when
exactly.
Rafia says it,
That's
but when
you
Rafia
didn't know
says
that,
it on the
so
air,
you don't comment on
Scott,
it
when
because you
Rafia-
don't know what you're talking about.
Scott, when Rafia
don't
says
comment
it
on
on
shit
the
that you
air,
don't know what you're talking about.
I have
That's
to.
all.
Well,
That's
then
why I'm
don't
mad.
get my intern so they don't feel comfortable coming on my show.
I didn't say anything to her.
When Rafia floats that theory, and then John and JD and I go to lunch and there's no music playing, and I walk by and then I hear the music, based on that knowledge, I can only assume that it's your son's band. And that's all that we did.
If you're going to critique your son's music, like I said earlier, you have this great
No,
commute in
I get
where
it.
you're in the car. I love listening to work stuff in the car because I'm completely alone.
And I do that. I was just something came into my head. I wanted to check to listen to something again. So while I was really, I'm not wasting my time doing shit I shouldn't be doing.
I'm
and
just
not
trying to figure out whether you're
and
playing
not,
it or
and
not.
not work. I was.
Let's
playing
clear it
I
up, though.
I said I was playing.
There's
it.
two different issues. Number one, you were playing it when Rafia was in there.
That's correct.
Right.
Never
So
again.
Steve based his assumption, knowing the information, that you were indeed playing it with Rafia in there.
Right.
So his assumption, you're saying, was wrong.
His assumption was if any music's playing, it must be my son's music. That's
And that's what you wanted me to think when I walked by and you played
No,
it.
I was just
Well,
playing.
that's what
I
you told
wasn't
Lieberman
playing
earlier.
music specifically because you walked by.
That's what you told Lieberman earlier.
You did tell
I did, and I
But
didn't.
this is
I was trying to go
regardless.
somewhere where it didn't work out.
Regardless,
but-
the last three-
Where were you
I don't know.
going?
I don't know what I was trying to do.
Wait. Where were you trying to
I don't
go
know what
with
I
it?
was trying to do.
Yes, you do.
I was trying to be smarter than I am.
No. Were you trying to pull
Good
one
point.
over on?
I wasn't trying to
Steve?
pull over one. No, I was playing music that I was actually working on for the show, and he happened to walk by. So
were you hoping that he would think it was your son's band and it would
not
turn
hoping.
into all
I
this?
knew he would. I knew he would think it was my.
So he
son's
fell
band.
into your trap there.
Good one.
And then
There was
what
no
did you
trap.
think from
There was
there?
No trap. After he walked by, I said he's going to think that was my son's band.
And then what's the next step? What were you then hoping?
I wasn't hoping anything.
Well, you just said you were. You said he's going to think it's my son's music, and then what?
But
what's
I didn't
the next
do
thought?
anything to.
No, I'm just asking you. Then what's
Then
the next thought?
It's going to come out that he's going to say that he thinks I was playing my son's music.
So your son's band then ends up on the show.
But that wasn't done purposely. That music was playing because I was working on something.
I'm just asking your mindset. That's
no mindset.
You can say that again.
You're
a fucking evil genius.
The last, I just want to point out, the last few times, from
Ronnie
my recollection, that Scott has been on the Howard Stern show, they came off of news stories that Scott planted and then denied later. That's
no
just
planting.
what
There's
this
no
is.
planting.
Yes. Oh, I wasn't really going to bowl then, but I knew you guys would talk about it. Oh, I don't really want my Howard to get my son on AGT, but I knew you guys would talk about it. Those are the last times I remember you being in the studio, and this seems to be just like that.
I have no master plan or plant stories or anything like that. I just throw shit out, and sometimes I like to see. There's no master plan. Sometimes I like to see people scurry because I know that if Jason's ear hears something, he's going to go running. The best person to do that with was Stuttering John. If you wanted to get something on the air, if you wanted John to run into Howard, you just put something in John's ear and make him think that he overheard something that he shouldn't have heard, and he would just go running into Howard like. Do you know what Scott did? So that was fun. So maybe sometimes I throw that out.
And you don't think that's screwing over Howard in any way?
No, it's funny.
To who?
To everybody.
To you.
Okay.
I think it's very similar to the Steve Langford prank.
Okay.
I mean,
I don't run in. John runs in.
No,
or-
right. You make John or me run in.
I don't make anybody
for
do
something that
anything.
you knew would get attention.
I don't make anybody do anything.
See, I don't know if I would call that a master plan, Scott.
There's no master-
But you
there's-
are sort of working the chessboard.
I don't do that
there.
anymore. I said I did it with
You just
John because he
said
was.
you did it to me
I
right
didn't-
now.
no,
You
I
said
didn't.
I knew he would go to Gary, or I
bet
knew
this
that
whole
something
thing
would
was
come.
planned.
No. After it happened, I didn't plan it pre-plan. It was after you
So
heard.
you didn't stop it.
After I saw you walk by and I was playing music,
right?
And people looked in and they heard music. I said to myself, "I bet you this comes back to bite me in the ass."
Okay, gotcha.
because I was playing music, and it's going to be assumed that I was playing my son's music.
Here's what I'm getting at.
Because that's what happened.
This is my opinion. Scott is desperately trying to back an alibi into a crime.
No,
exactly.
I'm not
doing
Believe me,
improv
when I
and
want to
riffing.
when I want to put my son's music, get it noticed, I'll do that intentionally. My son's music isn't ready to be his new music. Isn't ready to be
I
noticed.
know
How are
it's
you
not
gonna
ready.
do it?
You know how I know it's not ready? He hasn't mentioned the name of the band once.
So this was a
Well, I think
so this
Emergency now.
So this was a post plan, not a pre plan.
Yeah, there's no plan. I have no plan.
But what made you
well,
so
that's
angry?
cool.
I mean, you really were angrier than I've seen you. I've only been here 6 months, but angrier than other stories that I thought would have angered you more.
I just felt I was stabbed in the back.
Oh, that's a good point, too. You know, I never brought this to Gary until I walked by on Monday and heard the music from Scott's, or maybe it was even I guess it was Monday. But I didn't even bring it to Gary. I didn't bring it to Gary until I heard Lieberman talking to Rafia about how Scott was mad at her and about how she felt uncomfortable, and I got emails from her saying I'm uncomfortable, and then I said, well, fuck it. If she's going to be uncomfortable, let's get this on the air. But I didn't even bring it to Gary until that point.
That is true.
No, I know that.
Was that part of the plan?
So again, you could have.
That was part. I made him bring it to Howard.
See, I thought you
and
were.
Gary.
I thought you were really upset because your son was brought into the equation and
I don't
insulted, and that's what got your back.
He
up.
was totally trashed. I mean, he wasn't just like.
No,
I don't,
she
didn't
said-
say I don't just like the music. I mean, she went on.
She said it sounds dated.
Well,
it sounds
it's-
dated to her.
and he sounds like a
I mean, how
15-year-old
many-
and
she compared it to Creed. But how many African American lesbians you see at a Creed concert? It's not her kind of music.
She's heard 10 seconds of it. That's
But
another.
Scott,
She doesn't.
He's in this industry. He's in this industry where criticism
He's going
is
to be
going to
criticized. That's right.
So,
but
you know, you can't.
the girl,
you can't fight everyone's
But you don't expect
criticism.
it from the one person that heard it. Is what you're
She's
saying.
working with me, and I'm trying to teach her stuff, and I'm trying to be, nice.
I get it. I got to
like
tell you,
that.
I'm all over the place with this, but I get a little bit of what Scott's saying. If you're going to let somebody into your studio,
right.
it's your office, and
Right.
so
Well,
there
you
are
have plenty of people
some
in your office.
Gary,
Yeah.
if you had
You
an
have a
intern
bunch of
sitting in
interns.
your office, and you were playing, let's say, I know this wouldn't happen, solitaire.
Right.
And
No, that didn't happen by person. That happened by a person who works here.
or you fell asleep, and the intern.
No, that's what I'm saying. I get it.
The
And, that was,
intern
those,
went-
and those weren't interns.
The intern went running to Howard or your boss, or made sure that everybody knew what was going on. That maybe you
You
weren't
mean
supposed
said
to.
it on the intern show?
No,
Yeah,
whatever.
okay.
That's all Rafia did.
Okay,
was
said
say
it, but-
say it on the intern,
which
show.
is on the air. Which
right. Which again, she wouldn't have if you had just said yes. It's my son's band. But the fact
Well,
that
I don't
you
know about
didn't
that.
tell her.
No,
that.
I don't know about that. I mean, if I said it was my son's band,
People have said stuff about Gary on the intern show plenty of times before, and he still
But I
continues
have a
to
right.
talk
She
to
had a
them.
right to say it, and I didn't say that she couldn't say it. But
Right,
I have a
just
right to
didn't
be
talk to her.
upset
Right.
more than
All right, we're moving on.
We should
guys.
rather. Although I do have to say,
So I can't have Scott's interns on the intern
Yes,
show
you can.
anymore?
You
I'm-
absolutely
I'm
can.
Who said you
confused.
can't?
You absolutely can.
I don't know. Well, if it's going to make it awkward with you, I would rather that the
His
intern-
awkwardness is not your concern.
Don't worry about me.
Okay.
I'll handle.
No,
you know,
the
what I gotta
intern's
handle.
awkwardness is my concern.
Well,
I don't like when the interns come on and we tell them there will be no problem if you are within reason of the things you talk about on the intern show, and then there is a problem.
tell them-
That is my problem, and that is what Rafia is in right now.
Tell
So
her-
yes, Scott, it is.
Be
my
strong, be brave. Her day will come.